Hello? Indeed. Not really sure how to get it working, but I was hoping that I could use a feature on Restream called Chat Relay. I did exactly 0 research on how to get that set up. As always, I did 0 research. What I did do was watch a a stream that Game Informer was doing of the new Halo game, and they had that set up, and I thought that's pretty cool. That would be pretty cool for my chat, I think. So I turned it on. It does not appear to be working correctly, which is shocking, I know. Carl Germ stream, something not working correctly. That's unprecedented, frankly. Everything always works exactly as intended. But while we're at it, why don't we try this? How about we try this? What about this? Well, that doesn't look great. That looks like shit. So we're not going to do that either. I was going to have chat coming up on stream. There's like probably a way to make it look okay. Let's see. Let's sit here and take a look. Yeah, like the opacity should be... Background opacity should be... What size do I want to make it is the question. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Nah, it looks like shit. I'll just fuck with that later. We'll take care of it later. What's up? How's it going? How you doing, Barricade? It's good to see you. Sorry I did not stream yesterday. I had a huge migraine. I was supposed to go to a concert yesterday. It was a whole thing. But I needed to rest up so I could come to the slop. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing here today, because I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to roll. I am also re-rolling all of the randomizer bullshit. And we're going to hop in. You missed last stream? I don't think you did. If you're thinking you missed yesterday, you did not. I know you were in chat the last time I streamed. You might be talking about how you were not not able to hang out the whole time. You were not. Alright, let's see what kind of bullshit the game is giving us today. Alright, decent weapon start. Carl is the name that we're gonna go with. Not the worst. I don't love the Gwyn outfit. Ooh. I mean, we gotta go with Knight. If we can find Twinkling again. Hang on, this looks familiar. I don't know if it is, though. No, this is not. It's just there was another run that had dual wielding with a scythe. What's this? I don't remember this one. You watch half the VOD. I'm about to go watch half the fucking VOD now because I need to make sure that this wasn't the starting class of the most recent run. I know I like reshuffled, but sometimes it's weird. Let's see. It is nice just being able to pull this shit on YouTube. I think this was. It looks like the exact same set. That's unfortunate. I was excited. I was about to just run with the same fucking shit that we had last time, which was Busted Seed. Okay, so I don't know why it didn't. Yeah, it's saying it ran today, so what the fuck? Whatever, let's scramble again. Maybe it randomized it, but it randomized the starting class exactly. Oh, you know what it is, chat? I know what it is. What actually happened was I forgot to quit out of Dark Souls. I opened up Dark Souls before I ran the randomizer. That's the problem. All right. Let's do it for real this time. Let's get into it for real this time. YouTube has Twitch messages? What the fuck? You're watching on YouTube? I feel like that's the only one that really matters. Maybe it'll kick on Twitch as well. I mean, YouTube hasn't had any messages yet. We can test that. Let's see. Hello. Let's see if that... That'd be cool if that worked. Yo, what's up, Reevy? Thank you for the streak. I would like everyone to be able to see each other's messages, so that way you can argue with each other through a relay, so Zio can yell at people in YouTube without having to go onto YouTube. How you doing, Reevy? It's good to see you. Slow rolling a start here because I took exactly one day off of stream and I forgot how to do it. Interesting start. But yeah, honestly, that feature is mostly for YouTube. Ooh, liking this, liking that start. It is mostly for YouTube to see Twitch because they're always like, hey, name Carl. Yo, what's up, Duck? People are always like, I'm the only one in your chat. Who are you talking to? I'm like, I know, I get it. No one watches on YouTube. It's fine. It doesn't matter. You thought maybe I realized that this is a terrible game and quit playing? So, I'll meet you halfway, Reevy. I did realize that this is an awful game. A terrible game that I hate. However, I have not stopped playing it just yet. Thank you for the luck, Duck.
Hey, Crow.
Wonder if you guys can see Krobus. Hey. I'm like not looking at the game at all, just gonna immediately die. Krobus is a little sheepish. Yo, what's up, Mo? Ah, there we go. No, it is working now. Hopefully they'll make it look cleaner in the near future. Hopefully, but honestly, Mo, that's none of my concern. I don't really have to look. I mean, I do have to look at it, but there we go. Yeah, I can see if I can make it less dog shit looking. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Hang on. I don't think it was a vagrant last time. At least I'm not playing Counter-Strike. That game is awful. I think Counter-Strike's pretty fun. I was never very good at it. And it seems like a game that's impossible to get good at. I might just die right here. So I guess you guys can just argue with each other between platforms. Yeah, there might be a better bot for this. But this is the one that just works immediately, so. I guess if the randomizer didn't re-randomize bosses or whatever, it would have been giving me that error, I think. Doesn't click as much with you now, Barricade? Yeah, Twitch can see. So Barricade saying goated name, I believe, was directed at you. This tree also does not look familiar, so I think we are safe. Yeah, someone, I know Ogre Bass, or Ogre Bass, not sure which pronunciation of it is. I'm just a bass player, so I assume it's bass. Ogre Bass was the first one to do it. I think when he did it, he might have even done it, like, fully at this point. He beat it with 25 bosses because he got to Priscilla's arena and it was Iron Golem and he literally could not get it to spawn. Yo, what's up, Vorpal? You can even chat on both platforms and have an argument between your YouTube Sona and Twitch Sona. That's very true. And recommended. See, to me, it's all engagement. And I am led to believe that that is an important thing. To some capacity. This fucking dog, dude. This fucking dog! Jumping around, dude. Jesus. Well, we didn't get a lot of souls, but yeah, I think Lepa has also cleared the challenge. I don't know if Ella has finished it yet. Lil Aggie's doing a different version of it. I haven't really kept up with his extra sicko version of it. But the important thing is, I have not beaten it yet. And we are playing it until I do. Or until I get sick of it, honestly. Probably more so until I get sick of it. Not on Twitch yet, just started Discord. Not sure how it really works yet. Yeah, so Discord's kind of just like a, Pisaka. Okay, I don't remember Pisaka last time either. I'm gonna say that the entire fucking run, even when we get past the part of the run that I already did. So yeah, the thing about Discord is it's basically just like a chat room client. Like, you just gotta join servers. Mo, I am working on getting my vertical back. That will be happening sometime soon, and more soon than my usual guaranteed soon. So I will be getting that going. I haven't forgotten. We will just kill this Pisaka again. And then we'll make our way to the bosses. So, I don't love having to fight an enemy every time I rest at Firelink, but it's not the worst. But yeah, no pressure to get Twitch. I think the ads... I don't know. Chat, someone who uses both YouTube and Twitch, what has the worst ads? I have, like, the premium of both types of it, so I do not know. But yeah, I would like to kind of bridge the gap between Twitch chat and YouTube chat as much as I possibly can. I think this restream bot's pretty cool. I would like to rename it something. Ogre's doing an all bosses soul level 1 glitchless right now. That sounds really tough. That's how I would do soul level 1. I mean, I have done soul level 1 all bosses glitchless. Not permadeath though. Is he doing permadeath? He's an extremely talented Dark Souls player, so I would imagine for that to be an interesting challenge for him, he might be doing... Oh, speedrun. Okay, yeah, that makes way more sense. Chat. I was thinking about bailing, because all of these enemies are cringe. And we know how most of my runs died last time. Come here, fucker. Twitch is definitely not as good on phone, Mo. And since you primarily watch on phone, I would actually recommend not watching on Twitch Mobile, because they've been investing a bunch of fucking money, allegedly, into Twitch Mobile. And I don't know where the fuck that money's going, because Twitch Mobile just gets worse and worse. You think Twitch ads are generally worse? Yeah, I haven't seen a YouTube ad in many, many moons, but I have seen some Twitch ads, unfortunately, here and there, despite having Turbo. Like watching on someone else's account. And my god, the ads are bad. I'm being a little fast and loose with it. Use Twitch Mobile for chatting and watching streams on your TV. I do the same thing, Duck. If I'm not sitting at my computer, also I'm going to go ahead and update the boss counter. Classic. If I'm not sitting at my computer at work, I am usually watching that way as well. I will say, though, I do hate Twitch Mobile. Ooh. I do hate Twitch Mobile even just for chatting, because it's so hard to, like, find emotes sometimes. YouTube has more ads on horizontal for some reason. Interesting. I guess that's not super surprising, because horizontal is kind of their primary, I would still think, but... Alright, we got Seath here. That's a problem for future Carl, potentially. Not my business right now. We know what happens when we throw fucking fire bombs at this fucker. On horizontal, you don't see an option for super chats or gifts. I think that is more so an issue with my channel, because my channel is not monetized. I don't think that's actually a platform thing, as far as I know. Because I think super chats do exist on horizontal as well. I just don't have that feature. Simply don't have enough subscribers to be able to get money. Do not like this knight. Maybe he'll fall down the elevator shaft, because he is going to follow me pretty hard. I don't know if he can even come in here. I don't think he can come in here. But yeah, chat, feel free to give me feedback if you are hating the combined... chat. If you think it sucks, let me know. It will be heavily considered. Fucking Restream bot is going to be my highest chatter. at this rate. Never seen them on anyone's channel, no emotes or anything. Let's just go with Vitality for right now. I hate Dark Souls. That sounds like a Valair name. I feel like Valair would show up in chats with that as his name for a couple months. I also like the combined chats. I think it's a cool feature. I agree that it could be cleaned up a little bit, but... Hey, what's up, Fairy? Think everything sucks and you refuse to engage with anything in a meaningful way. Hell yeah. Chat, I don't know if you all are on Blue Sky, but I had a post do numbers the other day. I broke containment on Blue Sky, and it sucks. I should also probably post that I'm on a run on Blue Sky. I went for a walk the other day, and a beautiful little neighborhood cat that I've seen for many, many months, many years at this point, has finally befriended me. It was my goal to have this cat befriend me. Yeah, I wonder how the emotes work. It might just say the name of the emote, Barricade. Yeah, I think they intentionally don't want to cross-map it, Mo, because for a while, it was not even like... It was against TOS to combine chats at all on Twitch. Okay, I think there's a Taurus demon up there, maybe? And it's Demon Fire Sage, who we could potentially still kill. I don't know if the Taurus Demon's going to get into the mix, though. It's my only concern. I don't know if there are even any YouTube emotes. I certainly don't have any. You don't feel so alone here? Hell yeah. It's already part of its intended intended purpose. Let's go. Okay, so worst case scenario, I think we can fuck this dude up, because you might think, Carl, you're using a fire weapon. You're gonna fight a fire demon? Not actually a fire demon. Okay, we can survive that. I think we should be in good shape here. Nope, not in good shape. Not in good shape at all. We got stuck immediately, and I should have seen that coming, actually. Maybe he could have... Yeah, that looks great, actually. That looks really good. It looks really good on Twitch chat. That's also how it just looks in my chat in general. The way I have YouTube pulled up and my separate chat thing. Yeah, we died at 13:12 though. That's pretty cool. Alright, well... Not a good start. Attempts, we're gonna go to... Chat, do you want to do a prediction? I feel like the predictions have been pretty lame. The predictions have been disappointing. Too many options, no one's throwing in. So we're gonna go back to an older style of the prediction. Will Carl kill 6 bosses this stream? Chat, it might be a long one today. Might be a long stream. Use that information as you will. You know that same Demon Souls wallpaper for a minute? Hell yeah. I love Demon Souls. I love Demon Souls so much. I need to get back to speedrunning it. I got a couple things eaten up some of my free time recently. But soon I should have some free time again, and when I do, I might try and get the emulator running on this PC and get back to speedrunning Demon Souls, because I miss it. I could get a much better PB. That would be awesome. No, I would support that happening. I think that that would be a net benefit for the world. What do I think what? About Demon Souls? I think it's great. I think I reran everything. My brain's still a little slow. Yeah, this is, we ran everything. We need to. You've never seen Demon Souls speedrun, so you're all for it? It's been a minute since I've done them. I did the 30 frames per second route, which the fastest thing to do with that was melee. I forget how the, I forget how it all, like, came to be that way, but it was the melee route, which is really fun. Really punishing. A very punishing speed run. There is a part of the Demon Souls speedrun where you are running for about 5 straight minutes, which kind of sucks, but... And not, like, fighting anything. Yeah, for sure, Mo. Alright, let's see. Would have been nice to have that Quay-like Fury Sword, but... In hindsight... Sorcerer sucks, dude. Cleric also kind of sucks. But fuck it, man. We're gonna go with the... We're gonna go with it. Something just died. 800 souls. It was not Oscar. Just got the PS3 running on your PC last night? Hell yeah. Time for a casual play of the OG. I like the OG so much more than the PS5. Demon Souls PS5 is your first Souls game. Hell yeah, that's really cool. And since you played the original, do you have a preference over... because I enjoyed the remake. I think Bluepoint did a good job with it. But I had really no reason for it. Because it's like, to me, I'm like, I will just play original Demon Souls forever. Ah, shit. 800 souls, no. You prefer the original. Hell yeah, that's very interesting. Well, whatever. That 800 souls isn't going to matter for anything. Yeah, I greatly prefer the original. Chat, we need to make this the run that closes it out, because we have started with Seek Guidance, which I think is sound advice for anyone trying this challenge. Big money on doubters? Yo, what's up, Greg? How you doing? Thank you for the good luck. Day has been fine. Today was fine. My week has been okay. Supposed to go to a concert with some friends last night. They were coming down from Jersey City down to Philly. But I had a real bad migraine. So it was not happening. So that was a bummer, but I'm feeling much better today. I got a lot of rest last night, I feel like. Had a pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word I'm looking for. Productive. Had a pretty productive day of work. Getting some projects closed out, which is really nice. It feels good. I'm gonna die to this humanity sprite, which would be very, very cool. You had a great day? Fuck yes. Love to hear it. Fresh bit of wind in your sails. That sometimes is all it takes. With my, that's this fucking guy again. With my ADHD, there's some days where I just feel stun locked by, like, nothing. I like, have, like, a couple of things I have to do in the day, and my brain just shuts the fuck down, and it's like, you can't do any of these things, actually. And then other days I wake up and I'm like, I could start 5 different projects right now and finish them all. And on days like that, I'm like, I just want to bottle this up and just take a little sip of it every now and then. Oh yeah, no, it's all good. I'll get to see those friends again soon, luckily. You didn't get it because there was no new content. You love the game, but money counts more than anything? Yeah, absolutely. That's a perfectly valid reason for not playing the Demon Souls remake. Yeah, I feel like when it first came out, I was like, you know what? I don't know if I want any, like, the 6th Archstone or anything. I wouldn't want it to be done by someone that's not from software directly, you know? But in hindsight, I'm kind of like, well, we didn't really need a I mean, I guess... So if Demon Souls Remake came out and it was cross-platform, for sure. Just because that makes it more accessible for everyone to play. Also, hello, Crescent Moon Queen. It's good to see you. So a very good buddy who went into the Air Force at the beginning of the year. Been thinking of her often. Really nice to see her and spend your lunch hour together. That's really great, Greg. I'm glad to hear that. What'd you get for lunch? I hope it was delicious. Let's get a little bit more endurance as well. So the dex. The lack of dexterity is a problem. We need to, like, dump 10 levels into dex at least. But hey, whatever. We're seeking guidance, chat. We're seeking guidance. ADHD is fucking wild. Hell yeah, Duck. I'm sorry you have to deal with it as well. I also, really cool. I also have a heart condition, which makes it really difficult to safely take medication for ADHD. So I kind of just got to raw dog it. Not something I would recommend. I am taking care of the old heart stuff pretty well right now. Saw a cardiologist again recently and got some options that I'm going to be looking into. So could potentially maybe someday get some sort of ADHD meds, but figured the heart is a little bit more important than my brain not being able to focus super well, which it's been the case for the past 36 years. Medicated and would, for real despair, having a raw dog. Yeah, I'm really glad that you can get medicated. It's not me saying, like, oh, like, woe is me because I can. It's like, it would suck if I got medicated. I don't know if I should actually be fighting this guy. It would suck if I, like, was medicated and then I had to stop because of a heart thing. Like, luckily, I spent my whole life not diagnosed and just, like, knowing that I was ADHD. And then when I finally got my diagnosis and was looking into meds, I wasn't even really sure if I wanted to be medicated for it. That's more of a recent thing. So I do think the older I get, or maybe it's, like, long-term side effects of COVID or something like that, I definitely feel like it's gotten worse. I hate people who get meds for their issues. Exactly. You heard it here first. Yeah, I'm very much like, if I paid my student loan, so why does everyone else get it forgiven? It's definitely my mentality. But yeah, yeah, I'm lucky that it wasn't a thing where I had to stop. Okay, and he's got the gold tracer, dude. This is pretty sick. Now, the problem with the gold tracer is that it does require 25 dex. That's a lot. And we only have 8 dexterity right now, but it is good to know for later game that we might be able to do that. 36 got diagnosed a few years ago. You and me both. It helps you a lot. If you don't mind, which medication are you taking? I started very, briefly, I think it was called Strattera, because it's a non-narcotic or whatever. And that one, I was like, I didn't take it for long enough to feel the effects of it, and I did notice that my blood pressure seemed to be higher. I don't know if that was just in my head, but it was also when I was looking into more of my cardiologist shit, and I, freaked myself the fuck out. So I was like, I can't take this and potentially have higher blood pressure with all the other shit going on, so I will just not take it. Hey, how you doing, Evan? I'm doing pretty good. So yeah, it's like, it could potentially be a thing when I have more information about, all the heart stuff going on. More, baseline information and stuff. And, for the record, my heart stuff is also not super serious. And it's something that I've had for, 16 years now. It's called atrial fibrillation. A couple years ago, I did a American Heart Association charity stream. Took Ritalin for a while. That's, how was that? You switched to a Quellbrie and it was horrible, and now on Adderall. Adderall is the one that I always hear is like the good one. Adderall is like the one that like college kids would take recreationally, and then kids with ADHD would try and do it recreationally and be like, wait, why do I not feel... Why do I feel normal? Yeah, I would love to be able to take Adderall. Yo, what's up, Bad Haiku? How's it going? You were worried that you had a heart thing because of skip beats. Turned out to just be GERD. GERD is also sounds really rough. I thought for a while that I might have GERD. Might be related to my heart shit, interestingly enough. But good to see you, Bad Haiku. I hope you're doing well. In the VOD, there were 2 DLC enemies here and you screamed. That's really funny. Let's get our decks up. Chat, who in chat got their decks up? Put a 1 in chat if your deck's up. Yeah, we got the big hammer. I'm gonna be chasing that gold tracer, man. Hell yeah, Dusk. Hell yeah, Evan. Alrighty. But I am very much so interested in using the gold tracer. 0 decks. I do want to also wait on the gold tracer until I get 10 Twinkle and Titanite. And we want to level this up. We saw how powerful this weapon was with 10 Twinkling Titanite the other day. You got 0 decks. This week I've been really clumsy. But yeah, I hope the GERD stuff is going okay, Bad Haiku. That's something that I was looking into as well, because I get really bad like reflux. And there's some other symptoms of GERD that I've like looked into where I'm like, oh, that sounds like me. Have I found anyone that sells Twinkling? Not in this run, but last stream, Evan, on Monday, I had this weapon, and Andre was selling Twinkling for 100. So I was able to immediately get it to a +5. But then that kind of gave me a false sense of confidence, and I tried to fight Calamite at Sif's Arena, I think. I tried fighting Calamite early for the 40k souls, and I ended up just getting kind of fucked over. Hey, look at that, dude. Miyazaki smiled upon us. You used to have a horrible reflux. Gave you really bad coughs. Oof. Yeah, I've had to do like diet change shit, which is like not my favorite. I mean, it's good in general as I'm getting closer and closer to 40. So it's, you know, it's good to eat healthier and be more conscious of what you're eating instead of just like, man, do I miss like staying up until 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning playing Halo multiplayer and being like, ah, it's 12:30 a.m. and I want to stay up a little longer. Let me just drive to Taco Bell and get a bunch of fucking tacos. I miss those days. I don't know if he's going to run into the... I don't know how much damage he does, honestly. I do like that he's got a little axe in his face that's sad and cute. On the GERD train as well. Chat, should I rebrand? Should I get a diagnosis for GERD and rebrand as Carl GERD? You have one of those special pillows for a while. That's interesting. I noticed that if I lay on like my right side, I think my fucking reflux is horrible. Pillows help a lot. I will have to look into that. 1. Brave Warrior, hell yeah. Humanity, very good. No Twinkling, but I feel like we can. Gargoyle Halberd, very good weapon as well. I think we already have enough to use it, probably. I think these are all worth grabbing. He's got more humanity at decent, reasonable prices. He has a helmet and a ring. Expensive helmet, but a helmet still. That was way too early, I think. Yes. How about this one? That felt better. It was not. Magnificent. Okay, so he's got one more. Alluring Skulls, we will take We'll take all of that you got, Andre. We'll take this as well. He's got fire bombs, but 500 for that firebomb does not seem particularly appealing to me. But yeah, chat, get your predictions in. Bets are looking a little weak lately. I'm not to call anyone out, but they are looking a little sad, a little like you don't believe either way, like you don't actually care. Which maybe you don't, that's fine. If they told you had to give up spicy food, you would tell them to put you in the hospice. Yeah, I really like spicy food, but what's interesting about that, Mo, is I always felt that way about, like, people who have, like, a peanut allergy. I was like, damn, if I couldn't eat, like, Reese's or something like that, I would be so fucking... But I love spicy food. I love buffalo wings. The way it makes me feel, if I have it, like, too late in the day or something, makes me, like, never... It's kind of like when you're drinking and you're like... You get a hangover so bad where you're, like, in that moment, you're like, I never want to drink again. It's very similar to that, where I'm just like, I don't want to eat spicy food anymore. I like, don't crave it as much just because my body has such a visceral reaction to it sometimes. You believe in the... You're a believer in the bosses. Hey, that's a valid choice. How much you put down, though, that's the real question. How much you got on the line? We don't really need to go back to Firelink. Yo, what's up, Zio? Zio, we got a new feature in the chat that I think you'll enjoy. You can't do anything hotter than buffalo sauce? I can. The only thing is I need to be very aware of when I eat it. If I eat it in, like, the early afternoon, I'm fine. If I eat it after 5 p.m., I'm like, it's a risk. Sometimes I'm willing to take the risk, you know? Take some Pepto. That was way too early. I'm excited for Zio to see the new feature in Twitch chat. How many years have I been streaming? It's a good question. Too many. Yo, what's up, John? I think I started streaming more regularly. So when I started my channel, I did it so that I could do, exactly, Kestrel, yes. Also, hello, Kestrel. I started streaming way back in the day. I want to say, like, maybe, like, 2013, 2014. Not on Twitch, necessarily. I forget what I was using, like, Ustream or something. Just to live stream my Extra Life campaign, where I was raising money for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia by playing 24 hours of video games. I guess it was 25 hours, because it always happened, on, what's it called, daylight savings time. So we'd go from 8 a.m. to 8 a.m., but there would be an extra hour thrown in there, which sucked. So I used to do that every year. Hello, Thomas Andrew 4982 over on YouTube. Hello. Yeah, Zio. I figured Zio would either like or hate that. Hey, what's up, Plank? How you doing, buddy? But then eventually I like found GDQ and Pokemon Plays Twitch or whatever. Twitch Plays Pokemon. And I got a Twitch account and I got more active on Twitch. And then in like 2018, I want to say, I started watching a streamer named Ashwin. She was playing Majora's Mask. And she also was speedrunning Dark Souls Remastered. And I was like, holy shit. I want to speedrun Dark Souls Remastered. I love that game. And I started speedrunning it. And, yeah, I've been streaming pretty regularly since then. So, like, I guess, like, I wouldn't even say full-time because I have a very lax schedule. I don't get to stream as much as I'd like to. But I've been doing that since about 2018. Yeah, it's funny. I don't know if me putting the thing in the description... I know it has nothing to do with me putting the description about Roblox. Do I just stream Dark Souls? No, I stream other stuff. Chat, we're also not gonna fight Asylum Demon right now. Started on Twitch around the same time. You mean like streaming? Hell yeah, Perry. And I just started streaming because I was like, well, this is the easiest way for me to get VODs to submit to speedrun.com. Yeah, exactly, Thomas. Get him. Alright, who do we want to do? I guess we can maybe go and check Sif. We have, like, a good weapon. Oh, you know what? Let's kill the Capra Demon again, and let's level up this here hammer. Yeah, to answer your question, I do stream other stuff. I've been breaking more into variety, and then I gave chat a taste of variety, and they thought, hey, this is pretty good. We like all this bullshit that you're putting yourself through and doing. And then I said, you know what? We're only going to stream Dark Souls again because I am going to be stun-locked by this really dumb challenge that I'm doing. Yo, what's up, QQ? How's it going, dude? Any word on the partner? On the partnership? Damn, dude, we need fucking 2,000. So I'm actually kind of bummed that we had to Dark Sign. I want QQ to set up this YouTube restream bot shit in his chat so I can look at his YouTube comments. I want QQ to do extra work so I can see his chat going insane on YouTube from the comfort of Twitch. How many years have I been doing this challenge? It hasn't even been a year yet. We've done about 272 attempts of this so far this year. I think I did do something similar to this like last year, but then I did other shit. Not apply again until the 19th? What the fuck? Did they give you a reason why? That's bullshit. You ought to never apply again. Don't give Twitch the satisfaction of having you as a partner. That sucks, though. That's bullshit. Yo, hell yeah, PB by a few? What weapon are you using? I guess let's just quit out here. Because I don't really want to... We still need to level up the hammer. I don't feel like riding the elevator. But yeah, I did... all of my shit is available on my YouTube for the most part. I started dual streaming to YouTube just so I have all my VODs. So I have a bunch of like playlists of the different shit I've done on stream. Oh yeah, good call, Kestrel. I do need to do that. You were using your thimble 60 seconds ago and now it's gone. Yeah. I'm like really good at losing shit. You can't afford it anymore. You just gotta bet better. You could afford it by betting big and winning big. Solve my maze, yeah. Lex wins is also very funny. Then there's no time to waste. I need to get my my stream deck set up again. God damn it. Man. The things I do to try and avoid using one Estus. Alright, we can level this shit up. I don't think I put the podcast thing on the new bot yet. Or I didn't open the new bot today. I don't know. One or the other. Yeah, we changed the stream bot. I gotta get working on it, but I got some other shit I have to work on as well. It'd be funny if I just leveled up. Demon Spear? Demon Spear is such a good weapon. It's not my favorite to start with. Yeah, it's not even so much that it's like hard. Like I greatly enjoy doing that. It's just a matter of not having the free time for it. I like to kind of try and do that stuff while I'm working or like on a lunch break, and I've just had too much going on. I haven't really been able to... I kind of just like log in at work and then I'm like, ah shit, it's 5 p.m. Now I start working at 4:45 p.m. No. You're a boomer? Yeah, it took many, many years of me streaming to get decent with it. I do want to set up a reminder chatbot. It's like the shit that I would love to be doing is like coding a Twitch bot and working on like the challenge stuff and all of that. But I just never have the time. And then I'm like, God, maybe I'll do it after... I'll do it after stream, and then I'm just like dead to the world after stream. 2 months under your belt? Yeah. I think it is luckily a lot easier now, and there's a lot more resources than there were like 10 years ago when I was like streaming. This is Christopher Larkin, yes. This is the Silk Song host. Alright, I don't like this Torch Hollow. Yep, that's exactly why I don't like him. Had a feeling he would do way too much damage. Chat, surely we'll have an easy-to-kill guy at Sif, right? Yeah, you were able to cobble together a stream of Hannah Montana, the movie, the game. I do wish there was a VOD of that. I regret not being there for that. Gotta revise it, Zio. Oh, this is fucked. I'm committed to it. Hey, what's up, Peace? Hello, hello. What's up, Shellac Attack? Peace. Phoenix, hello, Bacon Copter. Phoenix, I think I was watching your stream the other day. Playing a little Mass Effect, if I remember correctly. What's up, Rapdactyl? How's everyone doing, Bacon Copter? Hello, chat. We also have a new feature in chat. What's up, Kefka? We have a new feature in chat where YouTube gets to see everything that Twitch chat is saying, and vice versa. But yeah, I hope your stream was good. Are you still playing Elden Ring? Did you beat it? Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Did you do the DLC? The DLC is fucking rough. Yeah, our middle. Fuck yes. Kefka's laugh. Last night, before bed, I was just scrolling through a bunch of Orator's Twitch clips and fucking, like, not being able to breathe at his Twitch clips. Still doing DLC? Hell yeah. What did you think? Which ending did you get? I hope you enjoyed it. I know that that game is long as hell and exhausting by the end of it, but I hope you had a good time. If y'all aren't following piece by piece, Ronnie ending, best ending. Canon ending as far as I'm concerned. Everyone should be following Nick. Extremely great stream. Yeah, the emotes are probably very confusing on YouTube and vice versa. But yeah, welcome in everyone. I am Carl Germ. I am a Dark Souls speedrunner sometimes. Mostly these days, I'm playing Dark Souls very slowly and doing this horrible, horrible challenge. Aura makes his own copy pastas. I greatly worry about the day when Zio finds out about Orator's chat and gets all the TTS memes. May Chaos take the world? I do not like that ending. I think Shabriri stinks ass. There's this one Orator clip where he was just like watching a game trailer or something, or an announcement on YouTube, and he's like, wow, okay. And then YouTube autoplayed the next thing, and it's like, here's how to get poop out of your body. And it's just like farting noises, and it's like a weird AI like massaging a belly to like push gas out of your body like video. And he's like, what the fuck? And it's like, I like couldn't breathe when I was watching it. It was so fucking funny. Alright, we gotta talk to this cat real quick. Yes, we want to join the Covenant. This unlocks a merchant. But yeah, our middle is one of the best. Oh shit, I forgot to walk away, but she gave us a soul, which is good. She could have just given me a weapon, which would have been a big bummer. You found your thimble? Hell yeah. ADHD defeated. In the victory achieved font, ADHD defeated. Yeah, Plank. So you can actually just keep it on the dialogue where it says like Covenant established and you can just walk away. And you don't have to worry about getting that. Or while she's talking, just don't hit the confirm button again. And you can just walk away. But if you end up joining another Covenant and then you join the Forest Covenant again at a bonfire, you will just get the item. So you don't miss out on a check, really. It's just you, like, strategically save it for later. Okay, chat, so what this challenge is, if you're not familiar with it, all of the items are randomized. All of the bosses are randomized. All of the enemies are randomized. I have to kill all of the bosses. So far, I have only killed one of the 26 bosses. Here's another boss that we're coming to. Hopefully it's one I can kill, because if I kill this boss, I get 40,000 souls that I can use to level up. Leveling up will really help me continue this challenge. Every item that I pick up will automatically equip to me, and I have to use whatever I get. So if I'm using this sick weapon that I have leveled up once, if I pick up an item and I get a broken sword, I just have to use the broken sword. I just have to dumpster this one. So we're going to see who this boss is. Hopefully it's one we can kill. Hopefully it's not a DLC boss. It is Priscilla. It is extremely cursed. It's very similar to like Ironman, if you're familiar with that. Do you like the way Priscilla renders in this, guys? Chat? I'm gonna have to respectfully ask everyone not to look at her feet. I know you guys want to. Jesus Christ.
So Carl Germ, let's have a talk. I strongly feel that your channel would do better if you turned off TTS or at least filtered out the spam. Thing is, while I myself have never donated to you or any other streamer, and my only subs are Twitch Prime, I feel I know a thing or two about how to succeed as a streamer, and I'm certain your channel would do better without all the spam. It's clear nobody wants that shit and is the only thing holding you back as a full-time streamer. Thank you.
Alright, we got her. Essaying. Alright, that's really good. We now have 2 bosses down. We got a Homeward Bone. I think we're just going to use the Homeward Bone right now. We could walk back, but I don't feel like going to that. Thank you, thank you. Yo, what's up, Llama? Yo, is that the Metal Llama? The singer? The front person of the Crazy Taxi band? Zio, should I turn up the TTS? Does that need to be turned up? It sounded a little low to me, but it might have just been. Let me know. Yo, playing with your new Dark Glass? Hell yeah. I'm jealous. Jealous / happy for you. Chat, we are so close to being able to unlock the, so close to being able to use the Dark Silver Tracer. Dark Silver Tracer also fucks up the, Asylum Demons. Okay, nice. Sounded okay on your end? Hell yeah. TTS is fine for now. I can also... I have it better in OBS so I can adjust easier. Alright, let's see what replaces Stray Demon, I guess. Or we can also maybe see what's up on the roof. I like how I was like, yo, chat. I was like, chat, you can watch on YouTube now. Like, YouTube chat shows up in Twitch chat and vice versa. And then, like, no one is talking on YouTube. I don't know how accurate it is. Apparently there's 32 people watching on YouTube. I feel like that's got to be a mistake. That's not a mistake. I don't even have 32 subscribers on YouTube. Yo, what's up, Sour Newt? Good to see you. What is my shirt? My shirt is from an anime / manga called Berserk, and it is Casca, in a extremely depressing and fucked up scene from that series. One of the more iconic moments in that show. Anime. Annie Mae. Couldn't tell on your phone. The Griffith did, I think, almost exclusively wrong. Username checks out. I need to get back to reading Berserk. I got to a relatively speaking, like, I don't want to say uplifting, but like a good moment in the manga. And I was like, all right, I'm going to pump the brakes on this until I'm in a better emotional state. All right, we got a DLC enemy here. Haven't read it since you were like 15 or 17. Yeah. You know, it's funny. My nephew is like really into anime, and he has been for a while. And I've kind of been waiting for him to get old enough to... Oh, dude, it's that fucking Blighttown enemy. I don't know how to deal with this thing. I don't know how to deal with this thing, and also... I think everything is being blocked by this fucking thing. I might be able to just kind of hit it from a distance. Chat, that fucking sucks. So now, chat, you get to see what happens next. Honestly, I kind of saw that coming. It's like we would have had to get that way anyway. This is how the runs go for me, by the way, if you're new here. I get a good weapon. I'm on pace to do something pretty cool. What happens next? Ads actually are going to be happening because the pre-roll is happening. You're not going to miss anything, chat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to re-randomize everything. I'm going to run downstairs. I'm going to get some water. I'm going to get some coffee and shit. I encourage you to do the same. And then we're going to start a run fresh. Always end up being able to get behind them. Yeah, getting behind them I feel like is probably the move, but yeah. That's one of the things where in all the 272 attempts of this challenge, I have not had to fight that thing once. So that was like new information. Yo, I appreciate the follow, Kefka's that. Thank you. All right, let's... I'm going to just run the ads real quick. You won't miss anything. We'll keep the Silk Song music going, and I'll be right back. And then we'll re-randomize and all that. Be right back, y'all. Yeah, it really does hurt. right. Oh, nice. You like the Nobuo smug? Hell yeah. Yeah, big fan of Nobuo Uematsu. Big fan of the guy. Alright, how we looking? Okay, nice. Ads just ended. Good timing. Gonna go ahead and bring up the boss randomizer. Run that first. Randomize. Oh, Llama, I kept meaning to look at my pedal board and to let you know about the noise gate stuff. Because I genuinely forget what my compression pedal is. And then I just did not. Okay, let's see. Everything's randomized again. Let me go ahead. I should probably post about being streaming right now on Blue Sky. Because I have a bunch of fucking Blue Sky weirdos looking at me now. So I have a post that got a lot of engagement for some reason. You don't have any pedals, you're lame. That's how I was for like the longest time. I worked in a world music shop, and we never really did electronic stuff. So I didn't really know too much about amps or pedals or anything. But when I started playing like pseudo-professionally, when I started playing in a band, this is a very intriguing start here. Started playing in a band and needed some pedals and just had got a full pedal board. Probably your favorite Nobuo track? I think my favorite Nobuo track, and I've been on the record saying this, I think it's maybe one of the best songs ever written, is The Extreme, which is like the final boss theme in Final Fantasy VIII. Okay, Hunter seems like a little more appealing, but I don't know, because I feel like the barbed sword kind of sucks. This is going to be heavy, though, I think. I mean, either way, we're going to be heavy, but we don't have a helmet here, at least. And it looks like... Okay, chat, do we start with the sword, loot, and then come back for the spear? I think we all know the answer to that. We haven't had a good looting... We haven't had a good looting stream in a while. Alright, let me just go ahead and get a picture of this and post it to the old Blue Sky. 8 is overlooked a lot. 8 is my favorite. I also do have a Final Fantasy podcast. We are on hiatus at the moment, but we are strong supporters of Final Fantasy VIII. We are its loudest champions. We tell everyone that it's the best one and that it's good as hell. I kept thinking I saw Krobus back there. Slops on the menu. The post here, and then we're gonna loot, chat. But yeah, the other day I was walking around my neighborhood, and a neighborhood cat that I saw, who I've been seeing a lot for the past couple of years, finally was able to befriend them. And I took a cute picture of them and posted it on Blue Sky, and then for some fucking reason it's got like 7,000 likes on it. You've never played a Final Fantasy game? I recommend them. I think it's an incredible series, some of the best games ever made. And I don't know how you are about RPGs or anything, but they're definitely worth a play. I'm partial to the PlayStation generation, 7, 8, and 9. They can all be played on Steam, yes. I do think I have all of them on Steam as well, because I think there was a major Final Fantasy sale a couple of years ago. And I bought like all of them. I was like, I'll just play them all eventually, I'm sure. Big hit or miss for you? I think it's worth playing some of the Final Fantasies, though. I mean, I started playing them when I was like 16, so maybe it hits a little different, 20 years from that, but they really hold up for me as well. Like, I really like them. We'll see if we get any Blue Sky cat sickos in the chat from me posting about it. Yeah, I would say 7 might be the most easily accessible. I don't know, a lot of people are weird about the graphics in 7. Okay, chat, we're going to start with the right-hand weapon. Should you go in order? I wouldn't recommend playing in order, necessarily. I guess just, like, whatever one... I don't think you can really go wrong, like... Yeah, Pixel Remasters 1 through 6. 7 is on Steam. Yeah, I would recommend playing 7 original before you play the remake. But the remake's also good. I mean, I guess I could say it's very good. It's just not really for me. The mechanics in it are really good. Yeah, I would say, Plank, that I don't really recommend playing 7 Remake unless you've played the original for a lot of reasons. There's some shit that happens in 7 Remake where it feels more like a sequel than just a straight-up remake in a weird way. They do some weird stuff with the property. Stuff that I'm not super into. I would have much preferred them to just do a whole game. Yo, what's up, Vic? What's the worst Final Fantasy in opinion? I don't have an opinion on that because I have not played all of them. I've been trying to save all of my playthroughs of Final Fantasy for the podcast, like my first time ones for first impressions. But what I've decided to do instead, we have a bunch of cards drawn that correspond to Final Fantasy games. And I think the next one that we're going to play on stream eventually, I think at the top of the list is 9. If I remember correctly, so I don't know what the worst would be. I would say that people are very annoying when it comes to Final Fantasy opinions, especially online. So if people are saying, like, this game fucking sucks, don't play this game, it's trash, don't play it, take it with a grain of salt, because it's probably not that bad. Rebirth was free? Hell yeah. Sold the Zach Fair card for the game cost? Hell yeah. You like Remake over the OG? That's a totally valid thing. I think a lot of, like, older people usually kind of hate on the remakes, myself included. Not to say, like, I know that, like, I don't know, you could be my age or older. But for me, I'm a retro game kind of sicko. I prefer older games usually. And I don't really... I feel like the direction of Square kind of went more like Kingdom Hearts style, and for me that's not my favorite. Like, I liked Kingdom Hearts okay, but it feels like they're kind of making Final Fantasy VII into like a Kingdom Hearts situation where I'm like, eh. Having said that, I know a lot of people who are super into it, and I am so happy that this game exists for people who are really into it. I wish I could be like that. I'm just kind of a hater. Kingdom Hearts is the worst thing that they've done, in your opinion? Yeah, I guess so. My way of putting it is that it's a little more Nomura. It's a little bit... It's pretty obvious that he had more of a hand in the direction of the game versus just, like, the design and stuff. We're not gonna fuck with that guy. We did play Final Fantasy II for the pod. Yeah, people often shit on Final Fantasy II. I liked it. I also liked looking at it in the context of, like, when it was made. And the thing about when it was made, it was like they could have just gone the safe route and been like, you know what, we did really well with the first one. Let's just do that again. Like, that's what Dragon Quest did, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's like a totally valid way of doing it. But I just love that Square Enix was, or Square, I guess, was just like, dude, fuck it. Like, let's just do something completely different. Let's change up all the mechanics. Let's reinvent the series every time we make a new game. And I think I love that. And I think that's also kind of what leads to the polarizing nature of all Final Fantasy games. Like, everyone's like, oh, dude, Final Fantasy 13 fucking sucks. This game is terrible. It's like a hallway simulator and stuff. And it's like, no, they're just always kind of like changing shit up. I didn't even know I was standing up at that point. So many awesome Final Fantasy spin-offs. Yeah, like we covered Dirge of Cerberus on the podcast, and I had played that when it was new, I'm pretty sure. Like after I played through Final Fantasy VII for the first time, and I fucking loved that game. I thought that shit rocked. Yeah, on the replay, I mean. Like, it's fucking weird. It's pretty stupid in a lot of places, but it's really fun. It also seems to have a really cool speedrun. I would also go so far as to say that the first Final Fantasy game is Final Fantasy II. Because Final Fantasy I is sort of just like the establishing game, but all of the major tropes that happen in Final Fantasy, like most of the major tropes, most of the major like hits that the game does, is like that all started in Final Fantasy II. And Final Fantasy II is fucking weird. It's got a very odd leveling up system with like the more you use weapons and shit, the more proficient you get at it. But I like that. I think that's cool. Like, you're excited for FF Resonance. Is that the one that's like the mobile game? You feel like without slow on most bosses, Final Fantasy IV is unreasonable? Oh, on DS? Interesting. Could you imagine if Final Fantasy I didn't get any sequels? It would be literally a completely different world. I think the other thing that's important is I do enjoy the art of like level grinding a lot. So if people are like, this game's too grindy, it's like, that's a fully valid opinion. I'm not disagreeing with it. It's just I enjoy that aspect. All right, chat, let's see what Petrus has. We'll save our souls, and we'll start looting. Everyone who hasn't really seen this challenge yet will get a true feel for how it works by me looting. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so now we have the Crescent Axe, which we can't use because Petrus gave us that and 1 humanity.
Very well.
Made by the Octopath Traveler people. Not sure if it was on mobile. Yeah, I know that there's a new Final Fantasy game coming out that is based off of a mobile game that... Soul of a Hero early is really sick. Witch Skirt in case we get too heavy. Can't even get through a well-paced game. That's also completely valid, Greg. I think for me, a lot of times I can play Final Fantasy on handheld, like with Steam Deck or whatever. And like, dude, that shit felt... when I bought a Vita... like 10 years ago, I bought a Vita because I was like, you know what? I need to, I was like going on tour with bands and stuff. I was like, I need to be able to play games, but I want to have all Final Fantasy games in one spot. So I got all the PlayStation Final Fantasy games on my Vita. And then I was just like sitting at a laundromat and playing Final Fantasy VIII and drawing. And I was like, dude, I'm doing IRL level grinding by like doing my laundry. Like, this shit's boring as hell, and now I get to just fucking do the worst part of Final Fantasy VIII and feel like it's not wasting time. That shit was so good. You had Dissidia on your PSP Go? Hell yeah. I always wanted a PSP Go, but I never had one. I think we gotta level up endurance a little bit and strength. What does the Crescent Axe need? We need more faith. We're not leveling up faith, dude. Are you fucking insane? Not gonna happen. All right, chat. Let's see if we can cheat a little bit. No, we didn't get it. A valid run. Unfortunately, the run will be valid. Pretty decent spread. You don't recommend Adventures of Elliot. Played it through twice. Far too much dialogue filled with back and forth fetch questing. Ooh, that's interesting. I do want to check that game out. Not that I don't trust you, Mo. I'm sure you're completely right about that, but it does still seem like something that I might want to try. It looks pretty cool. But that is disappointing to hear. You're selling yours if you're interested. Unfortunately, I am not, but I will let you know if that changes. A lot of my handhelds just kind of collect dust, which is unfortunate. Fun to watch, but wasn't drawn to buy it either. Interesting. Who was playing Elliot? I know Barb was talking about playing it, but he might have been playing it when I was really busy and I didn't get to catch his streams. Another Soul of a Hero, dude. Hell yeah. See, this is why looting early is really powerful. You can get a bunch of soul items and just, like, make it way more likely that you're not just gonna die a bunch, but... You bought a PS Vita to metagame Borderlands 2. I got the Borderlands 2 edition, and I never installed Borderlands on it. Alright, those are shitty enemies right there, so we're not going to go into the graveyard just yet. You have 9 3DSs. Holy shit, you definitely have me beat. I think I capped out at 3. I had the launch 3DS. I am a Nintendo 3DS ambassador. Try not to be too impressed, chat. I know, it's really cool. I was one of the suckers who bought it at launch despite having no games on it. Gotta focus here for a second. The only thing I don't like about the Vita is the lack of, like, shoulder buttons. Like, it's got the shoulder buttons, but the lack of, actual, what's it called? This may look like I'm doing this in, like, what I'm doing is unnecessary. I'm trying to get a soul dupe. So, right when it's about to change to the Estus Flask, you can hit the button again and get a double pop of it. It's frame perfect. This game does run at 60 FPS. And I'm very bad at getting it. So I went too late there, so I drank the Estus. Yo, what's up, Cole? Stream's going good. It's been cool hanging out with everyone. Runs themselves have not been going particularly well, but that's usually how it goes. Yeah, L2 and R2 is what I'm talking about. It's got, like, the touchpad on the back that was never really responsive to me. $3DS prices are just climbing. I believe that. I mean, everything's price is climbing, unfortunately. But yeah, the I got the launch 3DS. I got the Link Between Worlds 3DS as well, like the 3DS XL, because I really liked that. I'm a big Zelda nerd. And then I also got the Majora's Mask 3DS, because Majora's Mask is like my favorite game of all time. Black Knight Sword. Okay, we're pivoting, chat. Looting is done. The part of the stream where we loot is now over. And we are going to use this weapon to kill as many fucking bosses as we can, as quickly as we can. Anything with memory storage is skyrocketing in price, for sure. Yeah, memory. Everything, like, it's not just RAM. That is, God, dude, this does so much damage. That's wild. It's not just RAM that's skyrocketing either. It's like literally every part of like tech. Oh, the Hylian 2DS? I never had a 2DS. Yo, the Samus Returns one is really sick. I had a limited edition. It was like Nickelodeon green. That it wasn't like branded Nickelodeon. I'm just saying like what the color was. It was like neon orange. Nickelodeon orange color, like slime color or whatever, like the Nickelodeon logo. I had the DSi that was that color, and I lent it to a friend when they moved to Pittsburgh. And then at some point, unfortunately, there was an apartment, like in their apartment they had a fire, and I have not asked them if my TS that I lent them made it out of that fire, because I assume it didn't. And I'm like, you know what? That's the least important thing about that situation, so that's whatever. Oh, nice, you had the sky blue one. Samus one is going for 800 to... I have I'm using the Sony PlayStation DualSense. I'm using that. And I also have an unopened DualSense Edge. Yeah, that one, that's true. I have seen that one. I have seen that one in the Nintendo shop. Yeah, what's up, Tiber? Oh, wait, did we talk to this guy? Did we see what he's selling? Yeah, I saw it in New York. I'm from Philly, so I can get to New York pretty easily. I used to have to go to, like... Okay, he's got a winged spear. One of the, for the company that I work for, one of the offices is based out of New York City, so I used to have to drive there, which sucked. How's it going, Tiber? Oh, you're nice, you're in Jersey? Hell yeah. What part of Jersey? If you don't mind me asking, feel free to not dox yourself, you don't have to give me your whole address. Oh, nice, you went to New York for the DS and 3DS? Hell yeah, that's really sick. I've never gone to... The closest I got to that was my buddy Jason Finelli, who was a games journalist, regular contributor to Giant Bomb. Way back in the day, he stayed at my apartment when we were going to New York Comic Con. And we went to New York Comic Con together, and he was off doing his like games journalist shit at the time, and I was hanging out with friends who worked at like a comic shop that had a booth there and stuff. And it was after New York Comic Con, but there was a Pokemon launch that was happening. And Jason tried to use his press pass for Comic-Con to get into the Pokemon event, which was like I think it was at the Nintendo shop. It was like a big launch party. The non-exist. I disagree. I'm sure you're probably of the same mind, Kefka's Laugh, that Central Jersey does in fact exist. Some of my friends are from like the Howell area, near like Asbury Park area, and they're like, nah, Central Jersey's real. I'm like, all right, that's all I need to hear. Oh, nice. You're from like 20 minutes from where Jersey Shore. So I'm sure you loved that show. Very close to there. Hell yeah. Yeah, I had some friends who lived in like the Shore Points area, I think it was called. Lived not too far from Asbury Park. So because of that, I was able to play a show at the Stone Pony in Asbury Park, opening up for Coheed and Cambria. Because inside at the Stone Pony, they would do a thing where local bands could open up summer stage sets. And their bassist couldn't make it to that show. And I was like, I'll do it. It was a great time to watch them get blasted at your favorite bars. Hell yeah. I hated that show so much when it, like, premiered. I was not a fan. I've watched it since, and I do have a lot of, like, weird nostalgia for it, and I'm just like, you know what? I fucking love this really shitty show. Yeah, I played the Stone Pony, yeah. One of the worst sound guys I've ever had in my entire life. He was a real asshole, which is not surprising. I think I was telling this story on stream the other day, but basically what happened was we were on stage and none of us could hear the singer. So the drummer's like, yo, can we get more Rob in my monitor? So we're like, hey, can we get like more of the singer in the drums monitor? And can we get like probably like everyone's? And we're like, yeah, like we can't hear him at all. So the dude was like, whatever. And then we go again. Sound guy felt like he did nothing. Dude, I fucking hear the goddamn Hydra. I think we just bail. I think we don't even check. Oh yeah, no, I love the Stone Pony so much. It's so amazing. I had a friend who lived in fuck, what's it called? It's like right next to Asbury Park, like right down the boardwalk. Ocean Ocean Grove? One of my, like, lifelong friends lived in Ocean Grove for a little bit in, like, an old hotel that was converted into apartments. So we used to just, like, go and hang out there all the time. Yeah, Ocean Grove rocks. I really miss that, that apartment and just going to hang there. It was the best. But yeah, so the sound guy was like, it was almost like he was doing nothing. It felt like he was doing nothing. This is very concerning. Holy shit, Greg. Greg, thank you so much for gifting us up to Kefka's Laugh. Holy shit. We're just gonna not fuck with this clam right now. Because this clam can kill us. It's probably not gonna drop Twinkling Titanite. So we're just gonna run. But yeah, so we go through the back and forth with the sound guy like multiple times, being like, we can't hear the singer. And he was like, oh, you guys are a loud band, brother. You gotta sing louder. You gotta sing louder, dude. You guys are a loud band. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And we're like, no, we think there's something wrong because we don't hear shit. I can hear him louder standing next to me than him through my monitor. And he was like hemming and hawing, and he was like pissed at us and shit and like acting like we were assholes. And then someone else came in and was like talking to him. And then like we saw them like go into like a closet or whatever and pull out a huge XLR cable. And there's Hellkite. I think we can kill Hellkite. Yeah, I'm sure Andre will have cheap Twinkling. So they replaced the XLR cable going from the mic to the soundboard. And then we start playing again, and our singer goes, huh, and it's the loudest feedback you've ever heard. So it wasn't my band. It was a band called Goodbye Tiger. I just filled in on bass, but I played a lot of shows with them back in the day. My band was called Howlish. I was also in a band called Caroline Reese and the Drifting Fifth. There was a singer-songwriter named Caroline Reese. It was more like Americana and stuff. Most of my stuff that you can find is probably on under that. But there are some live videos of Howlish and stuff as well. But Goodbye Tiger, they were fucking sick. I was super stoked to get to play with them just in general. Especially that show. I am primarily a bassist, yes. I also do play guitar. I play guitar poorly. Firekeeper's Soul. Alright, looks like he's got some shit. He's got a Soul of a Great Hero. He doesn't have any Twinkling. But yeah, I also played in a band with Zio, my mod Zio. We had a VGM band. We did a cover of I think of some of the only music that we have on Bandcamp is on the Tribute 64 album. Our band Jackal did In the Court of the Dodongo King. You sang in a cover band for fun when you lived in Phoenix. Nice. Phoenix. Yeah, a buddy of mine that I'm actually like, I might be filling in on bass for some of his. I'm just like a bass mercenary, I guess. I just mainly play in bands that need someone to fill in. But he lived in Phoenix for a while, and I flew out there to play a show. Because our buddies in the band Bit Brigade were playing a show in Phoenix. And my buddy's band Omega Vector was opening up for them. Can you guys believe that this is one of the buggiest enemies in all of Dark Souls? At least we're not dying immediately. But yeah, I really like Phoenix. Phoenix is like one of the few places I've traveled to in order to play music. It's the only place I've ever flown to play music. Every other time it was like band life. But yeah, my band Howlish, Hamilton Howley, who was in chat, was the front man of Howlish. Soul of a Great Hero is fucking a dank early find. If we can get the frame dupe on the Soul of a Great Hero, shit will be real nice. Lots of small bands, venues every... Hell yeah. Studio Lulu, no. Horrible South Jersey venue, no, I never have. I didn't play too much in South Jersey. I did play a good bit in New Brunswick, New Jersey. But that was more like the house show circuit. There's a lot of really cool house shows there. It felt too early. Yeah. I don't think we're going to get it, chat, but that's fine. We shouldn't be greedy. With that band Grayscale that blew up, hell yeah. One of the bands that we used to play with blew up, but then one of the members ended up being a fucking weirdo. New Brunswick is so much fun, hell yeah. As long as you're sober enough to not walk in the wrong alley. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the New Brunswick scene, like, we were a band from Philly, but it honestly kind of felt like the New Brunswick scene was more of like a welcoming home to us, weirdly. Like, we had no problem booking shows in New Brunswick. We had way harder time booking shows in South Philly, like where we lived. Alright, we got a Mimic. Mimic is scary, but I do have a good weapon. He also doesn't look like he's aggro. So we might just... We got a dragon butt. I don't think we go to the roof just yet. Let's go see what Sif is. We didn't kill Sif, did we? No. We did not. Court Jester. I don't think I'm familiar with Court Jester either. I mean, the New Brunswick basement scene changed pretty, you know, like, I feel like every 4 years. Every 4 to 6 years, just because... kids were in college, you know, like going to Rutgers or whatever, living in New Brunswick, starting a house show, like a house venue. Legit underground too, yeah, for sure. It was really sick. But I feel like, you know, people graduate and move on, and different people inherit the house, and then they either keep the name or change it. I'm trying to remember the name of the banana stand was the one that we played at a lot. What armor set is this? This is the crystal armor set. It's the guy in Sen, or in Duke's Archives, crystalline armor. House club music, then screamo, emo, then metal. Yeah, so I wonder if you were in the New Brunswick scene when my buddy Sam was. He was in a band called Condition Critical. I don't remember if they were a New Brunswick band, but they blew the fuck up. I know that. Like right around when he started his job and had to go elsewhere, like he couldn't play anymore with them, they like really blew up. There was always money on the banana stand. From the looks of it, like every venue around there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they probably played he was like big in the New Brunswick scene, I'm pretty sure. That was before I was in it though. So there is a chance that this fucking clam has twinkling. It's a not a very good chance, and that's kind of why I'm afraid of it, but Yeah, they were like a, he's like a big grindcore guy. His band now is called Artificial Scarcity. Yeah, I think we abandon this. It's not worth it. Unless he falls to his death. I think they have a pretty long aggro range. It's like we could kill it, but the likelihood of it actually dropping Twinkling is so low. I don't think we have any Twinkling, right? We also have the Firekeeper's Soul. It's probably worth going back to Firelink in general, just to... I can't remember if Stray Demon is guaranteed to drop something. I don't think it does. Like, it drops something, but you have to pick it up. Yeah, unfortunate that that's a clam, but that's fine. It could be worse, I guess. We could also try and fight our way up onto the roof. Like, we have a decent... See, if we fight our way to the roof, then we can also potentially get to... Can potentially get to a merchant. Yeah, like the dragon ass is a problem. Oh, there's way too much bullshit that direction. Not very interested in that. We'll come back to the roof. I guess it's kind of easy to get to the it's a little easy to get to the... Oh, boy. Easy to get to the merchant by fighting the Taurus demon. I just don't want to get... I guess we wouldn't get one shot by the Hydra at this point necessarily, and we could probably do that, but let's just go to Stray Demon, see what that is, see if we can level up our shit a little bit more. I mean, we can also go this way. Bone Pillar. Well, let's use the Firekeeper's Soul before I forget. I don't think I have any other soul items, right? Yeah, we used them all. But we do have humanity. No Homeward Bones yet, but... Let's at least go and see what Stray Demon is. And then I think we also have the Demon Spear available back at the Asylum. Oh, I need to update the health bar on stream as well. Also, I don't think I said hello to Dr. Stud. Hello. I have a feeling that since we have, like, a good weapon, that it's likely that we won't get to... We'll just have really cursed enemies. Alright, health bar has been updated. Thank you, Greg, again, for the gift sub. If you're not sure what this health bar is all about, once that reaches 0, I gotta draw a card. The card corresponds to a bunch of dumb bullshit that I'll have to do on stream. We have quite an extensive list at the moment of shit that I have to do. But I've been stun-locked by this challenge, and I've been having too much fun with it. So this giant is going to be a problem. But if he does his tantrum attack, we should be able to just kill him. Although he can't get back in, but we'll probably want to save our homeward bone if we can. Here he comes. No, he's just doing that. That was not what I wanted to do. There we go. Oh. These dudes are fucking tanky. Alright, that's fine. Just do the tantrum. Let's go in toddler mode. Got his ass. I think, yeah, 3,000 souls, dude. I'll take it. Hopefully there's not, like, a clam in here. What the fuck was that? Well, if it isn't that motherfucker. Oh! Poison. It sounds like electricity. You got your wife started on Berserk and she really likes it. She's right about the part. Oof. Yeah, she might not like it for too much longer. It would be fully understandable if she stopped liking it. I need to rewatch Berserk. I don't think I ever finished the Golden Arc, like the Golden Age arc. I watched it with an ex who was very into Berserk. But it was before I read it or anything. I remember she got very mad at me for finding humor in Guts' theme. Never watched the anime, only read the manga. Yeah, apparently, like, the 80s anime of the Golden Age is, like, some of the best anime ever. Your friend hasn't talked to you since showing him Berserk. Yeah, all of my friends who got into... Oh, I think that little skeleton is what poisoned me. You liked the 2016 continuation as well? Oh, this is... That's... Holy shit, dude. We need to get him to fall in here. Dude, he heard me because of the fucking water. I hate this fucking game, dude. I hate this fucking game. So because I went to go and check what was in the fucking basement, he heard me and he came running in and he has the fucking Chaos Witch thing. God damn it, dude. And it's like, I could have killed him, but if I killed him, I risked losing my weapon. That sucks, dude. Oh my god. You stopped opening the gate because of the guy. That's a very good point. That's a very good point, Plank. I never would have thought of that. Well, that's a rough one to lose. Chat, do you want to check the spoiler log to see how much of a bummer it is? I know I do. Where was the Lord Vessel? Lord Vessel was in the Painted World, which is pretty shitty. It was in the Bone Wheel basement, which wouldn't be as bad in this, considering there probably wouldn't be a Bone Wheel down there. But where was the... Peculiar doll. Tomb of Giants on a small ledge after taking the side slide after the first slide. Okay, so fuck that seed. I'm actually kind of glad that it died. We had a really good weapon. We had a really good strong start. All of those item placements were fucking cursed. All right, let's re-roll it, chat. We're probably going to go a little late tonight. I think I got band practice tomorrow for that band that I might start filling in for. So I won't be able to stream tomorrow. And instead, we're going to play some more slop. Okay, it looks like my bot is open. Okay, let's, you know what? We were talking about Final Fantasy VIII earlier. Oh, I do see the Chrono Trigger soundtrack, though. Let's put on the Chrono Trigger soundtrack. I do love the Final Fantasy VIII soundtrack, but... also, let's update the attempts. I think we forgot to update the attempt last time, so we'll make it a nice and even 274. This is much lower. Yeah, I need to get into One Piece, but I need to not have a job so I can catch up on One Piece, I think. Or I just need to watch One Piece while I'm at work. Problem solved. I do work from home. I guess that would cut into my Barbarous King stream time. No, you do not need to get into One Piece. I hear it's really good. My old roommate that I lived with in North Jersey spoke very highly of it, and I do trust his opinion. So much filler. Has anyone in chat watched Frieren, Beyond Journey's End? That is my go-to, like, that and Madoka Magica are my two, like, you have to watch this anime. It's not that big of a commitment to watch. Frieren is so fucking good. One Piece is free online and it edits out the filler. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about editing out filler, though. Because I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z, and then Dragon Ball Z Kai happened, and I was like, these fucking kids these days, they don't have to earn watching Goku go Super Saiyan anymore. They just get to see it happen. They don't have to rush home after school every fucking day to watch Goku power up for 17 fucking episodes and get this close to going Super Saiyan, then finally go Super Saiyan, and then you're back at the fucking Raditz saga. Case Closed is your favorite of all time. I loved Case Closed back in the day, watching that on Toonami. Either say I don't have time and never watch it, or skip the filler and it's not even the manga. It makes it more enjoyable. Yeah, that's true. That pisses you off so damn much. Yeah. Yeah, it was rough. It's funny too because I feel like that shit happened, and it probably was like a year of my life maybe, but because I was like fucking I was 12 years old at the time, you know? It felt like an eternity, and it was probably like
do a flip.
Not that long. Yo, what's up, Eric Germ? Mods, can we get can we look at this Eric Germ guy? I think he might be stealing my username. Yo, what's up, Joshua Kelsey 5061 on YouTube? Is this a randomizer? Little confused on what use what you get means. It is. And one second. Bear with me. Eric Germ's rudely interrupting
what
me.
she used to be. Old gray mare, she ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she used to be.
And now, the crazy old man singers.
Old gray mare, she ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she used to be.
Eric. Oh, hey, Eric. Thank you for being my older brother. Thank you for being the original Germ.
Cheese it!
Thank you for being the original Germ, and thank you for the sub. Thank you for the 11 months. I can't believe, chat, can you believe that I have known Eric Germ for 11 months? That's fucking crazy. What's up, dude? Eric, feel free to link the couple contest thing in chat if you want folks to vote for you. If people even have Facebook anymore. Okay, so we're at 340 on the health bar now. Sorry, Joshua. I will get back to you. So use what you get means every item that I pick up is going to be auto-equipped to my character. I'm using an auto-equip mod. So if I go to pick something up, I very likely am going to lose my weapon. That is what use what you get means. We are starting a new run right now, so you'll get to see it from the beginning. If we don't have any good weapons to start with, we just get to go running around and looking for stuff. The club is pretty good. The other weapon is one of the worst in the game. Oh, damn, it's a MAGA couple? Yeah, that's no good. Why the fuck do they want to hang out with, like, Charlie Day and Jeff Goldblum? Okay, so this is an interesting start because we get a free Thief's Key, Master Key. Everything else is looking... Well, Pyromancer is also looking pretty good. I think we got to go with Pyromancer. We have to start with the hammer every time, chat. I mean, we could also start with the Cestus. Here's what we're doing, chat. We will start with the Cestus. Assuming that the boss isn't, like, something horrible. Like, if it's gargoyles, I probably don't want to use the Cestus. Okay, so it was the right hand that was the hammer. But yeah, let me actually, I'm gonna go ahead and pin that. I'm gonna go ahead and pin that until the end of the stream. If you have a Facebook that you don't mind authenticating, so you can vote for my older brother Eric and his wife Steph for your favorite couple. They've been my favorite couple for 22 years now? 24 years? 24 years now, they've been my favorite couple. But yeah, everyone should vote for them. Oh, baby. Okay, well... Not the boss you want to see as your first boss, because it's usually a pretty free... I would much prefer that it's Sif. But hey, we get a free drop here, I guess. First boss down. Thank you. I earned the GG there. So this... Yes, okay. We might have needed to do this anyway to get past this Mimic. We did not. So we will keep this here. Oh, I'm just seeing now something about Inuyasha cliffhanger. I kind of fell off of Inuyasha. I need to get back to watching it. That was my first... I feel like Inuyasha might have led to my first moment of realizing that I am Unk. I don't think it's still ongoing. It was that Rumiko Takahashi, right? Is the creator of Inuyasha and Ranma 1/2. And Meisan Ikoku. We can get the Pyromancer's glove. I literally have a shirt with Rumiko on it, but I'm just drawing a blank on her name right now for some reason. Dude, these enemies are so cursed. See, this is why I would open the gate. Because there's these shitheads. You watched Inuyasha and were like, wow, this is a great show that isn't for you? Hell yeah. Yeah, I wish I could scroll up. I missed one of the messages, but I fucking love Inuyasha. But my first moment of being Unk was I got my nephew. When he was getting into anime, I got him. I was like, what did I like when I was his age? It's like, he's like 12 years old now. What did I like? What anime did I like when I was 12 years old? And I was like, I got the perfect thing. I'm going to get him Inuyasha. I got him Inuyasha on Blu-ray. And then the next time I saw him, I was like, oh, did you check out Inuyasha? Did you get to watch it and stuff? He's like, yeah, it was all right. And I was like, oh, right. You have infinite access to like every anime ever. And you can actually watch like good modern animes. You're not just like, oh, I'm watching Adult Swim and Inuyasha's on. Not to, I still adore Inuyasha and Rumiko and everything, but it's like, I get that a 12-year-old kid now Inuyasha does not hit the same way as it did for me. What do we want to level up here? Maybe nothing. Maybe nothing right now. You should like Rurouni Kenshin. See, I didn't really like Rurouni Kenshin, so maybe that... I think it might have just been like the version of Rurouni Kenshin, like the dub or whatever that I watched on like Toonami. I don't know. I should give it another try. You like the one called Sailor Moon? Hell yeah. You love them both? Yeah, I don't know. I need to rewatch Rurouni Kenshin. I should, on paper, I should like it. I think genuinely though, I do just kind of enjoy shoujo anime more than shonen. And like Inuyasha's that weird mix of like, it's like a shoujo writer doing a shonen. And I feel like that's why it resonated with me so much. But yeah, I do really need to watch Rurouni Kenshin. Crystal Halberd's really nice. Okay, let's do some looting. We'll maybe start with the Crystal Halberd and then leave the blacksmith hammer for a backup. But here's where we get into the use what you get. Picking this up. Wasn't a weapon, so I don't have to worry about it. The Leo ring. Alright, more souls is always good. Sesshomaru, your favorite Inuyasha character? Hell yeah. Sesshomaru is really cool. I'm more of a Jockin guy. Sesshomaru is cool, but what about Jockin? Never in order, so you couldn't get into it. Yeah, that's one that you definitely need the order to fully appreciate, I feel like. Alright, so now we're wearing the paladin leggings. I don't know if they were more weight than the other one. You just couldn't follow it? Yeah. Yeah, Inuyasha was like a show where I was like, I have to watch every episode of this shit. I was like all in. I think we gotta do more vitality. Dr. Stone is your newest favorite. Trope cliche dodger. But yeah, Frieren is like... Madoka Magica is also incredibly good. It kind of starts off as like a... Oh yeah, it's like a magical girl anime, whatever. And the more you get into it, you're just like, Jesus fucking Christ. Sonic Adventure 2 is your favorite anime? Except for One Piece, yeah. Sour Newt, you'll probably appreciate this story about One Piece. In his stream one time, Brian Lee O'Malley, someone asked him, hey, like, are you a big One Piece fan? Because in the comic, there's a panel where it has, like, the ship. Like, Luffy's, like, ship. In like, there's, like, a portrait on the wall that's got his ship on it. And Brian's like, yeah, I never really watched that show. I know about it, but I think his assistant at the time was a big One Piece fan. And they were helping with, like, the inking of the comic, and they just put that in a picture in the... And then, like, just any One Piece fan who has seen it... No, this ghost is gonna fuck me up, dude. Alright, those are definitely heavier. Yeah, people catch the strangest details and make it so important, for sure. Shin-chan. I feel like I remember that being like a big meme. I don't know much about it, though. Alright, we can probably kill this... Nope. Ghost. Ghost is fucking my shit up. I knew that this would happen. Wait, was it the ghost? Ah! One of my favorite moments was I got one of my best friends back in the day. I'm very evangelical about Dark Souls, and I usually just buy people a copy of it, and I say, hey, you don't have to play this game, but you should, and now you don't have to pay for it. So if you ever find yourself looking for something to do, why don't you play Dark Souls? And text me anytime if you want to talk about it or ask questions. I got that for one of my friends. And then, out of the blue, like 2 weeks later, he just texted me, hey, so how do I deal with ghosts? And then, like, a couple minutes went by, and then he replied back. He's like, Whoa. That was weird. He said, in Dark Souls, I mean, not in real life. Which I found very funny. I think I immediately knew that he was talking about Dark Souls. I got a little spooked there because I was looking into my webcam. And when I was talking about that, a weird orb flew by, chat. Did you see that? Did anyone see it? Yeah, just use a Phoenix down. I think it was probably cat fur. Maybe it was a ghost. Maybe my friend in the past was trying to warn me about this exact moment, and I should have actually taken more time to figure out how to actually deal with ghosts. Chad, I think the ads might be running soon, and if they do, I apologize. I usually try and do it at downtimes during the stream. I'd say this is kind of a downtime. We don't really have a good weapon. We're just kind of looting around. We might find something. We probably won't. How about that new Ghost in the Shell? I've only seen people posting about it. I don't really know too much about it. Dragon Scale. Lightning Spear. I want to loot a little more, but we have a bunch of options. We also have a bunch of souls that we should probably use to level up. Should also put on the... This is item discovery, right? Additional souls for each kill. I would like to hold on to this. So of course we're just going to grab... Residence Key is actually interesting. That does unlock a merchant if we can get down to lower undead bird. Oh no, the ads are still not running, so we got like 5 minutes. Dude, the Chrono Trigger music is so good. Yeah, like, I can't really fight anything right now because the Cestus will absolutely get our ass killed. But we got a lightning spear that we can get. Oh boy, chat, we're getting real heavy. We're getting real heavy. Okay, we got the Hydra here, so that makes it way less likely that there will be a Hydra replacing Hellkite Drake. And I think this is the Hydra that is in Ash Lake, maybe? Can't believe I was talking about a ghost and then a fucking orb came by. I'm gonna post that on live stream fails. What's the difference? One does a lot more damage to you. I think. I've never really confirmed. I haven't gotten far enough in this run to confirm that both Hydras exist in it. But I need to imagine, like, this one looks more intimidating to me. I feel like it's, it might, Algae, who knows? Fucking shit! This run just might be over. This fucking game sucks! I hate this fucking game, dude. That is the worst possible fucking enemy placement, dude. Those fuckers, man. I hate that enemy so much. Alright, chat. I mean, that's good time to fucking run the ads. We'll run the ads. I'm gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna feed my cat as well. and then we'll run it on back. We'll run it back. God damn it! Someone go back in the VOD and watch the ghost fly by me and clip it. Yeah, I hate the bone dog so much. All right, chat. I'll be right back. You won't miss anything for real. Alright, chat, was there any ghosts when I was gone? Any ghosts? Just this good-ass song. Let's turn that shit up. It's like a bossa nova beat. Alright, chat. Let's get into it. Back to the asylum we go. Made very little progress tonight. But I guess that's the case every night. It doesn't really matter. Alright, let's see. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's day going? I feel like I haven't asked that yet today. Very rude of me. That was a We Shop Wednesday reference, yes. I recently watched Nirvana the Band, the movie, or Nirvana the Band, the show, the movie, And my god, that movie is a fucking masterpiece. I never really watched much of the show, but apparently all the show is on Hulu. And my friend who I told has to watch the movie, she watched the movie and was like, that movie was a fucking masterpiece. She said that it's all on Hulu now, and she's been watching it, and she has been, like, crying, laughing at it, even just from the first episode. And I'm like, well, I gotta watch it. What am I looking for here? Here we go. You saw the corridor crew clip of the parachute jump. Oh my god. That sounds amazing, Algie. That's so stressful. Nice, working on a silly little animation? Fuck yeah. Family is out of town, so it's quiet here. Nice. It is nice when things are quiet. We'll go full name this time. Yeah, we kind of look like the Undertaker from Night Rain. Fucking turn that up. Is that like a bossa nova beat? So this could get us a really good shield. That weapon sucks though. Bandit, pretty good contender. Hunter is also a pretty... I think we go Hunter. We have a bow for later. We always have a bow for later and we never make it to later. Well, we did not kill a boss yet. I need to check out your animations, Sour Newt. If you have like a portfolio or a page anywhere, let me know. Link it here. Go to Dragon Ass. Hopefully I can get past it. Nice. Did you, is that one of yours? Did you animate that? I'm quite fond of that emote. Dude, it's like been Capra Demon in the Asylum, like, more often than not recently. Instagram, but that's about it? Hell yeah. I'll check you out on Instagram. Oh, nice. That one too? Hell yeah. This is a shield that we want to save for Gwyn insurance. This fucking dickhead. Did he hit me? I don't think he did. He did! Alright, I didn't know that that was like proximity based. I don't think the dogs can get past that. I would imagine that there's an invisible enemy wall there. Yeah, this guy can definitely be a run killer depending on his placement. He's not too hard to kill, and he should also be pretty easy to get past, but if he tries to do Tranquil Walk of Peace... Yeah, I think I'm past him. That's fine. I have this is my first playthrough. Why we haven't been getting very far. Okay, well at least Tranquil Walk of Peace dies right away. Oh, that's a good question. Nice kill, thank you. Yeah, they're not too tough. He's gonna fucking kill my ass now that I said that. Like, they're easy enough to kill. So what I'm doing right now, chat, it might look like I'm farming for souls. I'm actually just trying to... Wait. Well, no, it still matters. I would like to not have to heal before the boss fight. I mean, it's Capra Demon, so it's not really going to matter, but... I like to have as much HP and as much Estus as possible. You like frame by frame? Yeah, I wish my brain worked better with animation. I was telling Sour Newt this, but when I first, the first college I went to was Art Institute of Philadelphia, and my major was animation. And it became very, very aware, like I became very aware of how little passion I had for it, just in general. Like before I even really got into animation at all, I realized I really don't have the passion for it, and it is something you need to be fully passionate about. I don't know what the fuck kind of bullshit's going on here. What is that? Okay, I thought that's what that was. Decent amount of souls. So yeah, after 7 weeks in art school, I dropped out. And by dropped out, I mean I started going to community college at the same time for a couple of classes. Just to keep myself in school. And then I got a degree in computer networking. I think we can kill a pinwheel here. He might give us a lot of souls. He is a little bit scary, because I think he would one-shot us, because he is not scaled down. 1,000. Yeah, it still gives 1,000. I was hoping it would be a little more, but I still haven't fully internalized the enemy soul drop numbers. Double kill. Triple kill. Gained the lead. I do like pixel art. I need to get back into making pixel art, but I'm just like, my brain is like really fucking bad when it comes to art, because I'm just like, this shit sucks. Anything I do, I'm like, this shit sucks. I hate it. Gonna have to play the new Halo remake now? Does it? Well, counterpoint, no you don't, because one, sadly, I believe that the voice actor for the Halo announcements, I think he did pass away a couple of years ago. Second, there's no multiplayer in that game, so you wouldn't be hearing it anyway. That sounds cool. Yeah, campaign only. Yeah, I watched Barbarous King play a good bit of that. I don't know if it's a game that I'll end up picking up. For a second, I was like, okay, it's a PlayStation exclusive, so it makes sense that it, like, exists. Run it back, chat. We're going back to the asylum. Everyone's favorite part of the run, the asylum. No, that was my. I should have not fought that ghost until I got across the bridge. Here's what I should have done. Here's what I should have done. We should have not been in that situation at all, because what we could have easily done. So here's the. I mean, maybe it would have happened anyway, but. Let's see how many fucking souls we get for this shit. It still is like a little scary. That's what I should have done. But I saw the ghost and I was like, this ghost, it's on site. Maybe that was the ghost that fucking flew by the other time. That's alright, that was gonna be a cursed run anyway, chat. We're keeping it positive, we're keeping it happy, we're keeping it regular. Keeping it so normal. And we're just gonna run a new. That last run didn't even happen. It's fine. It's actually never been better. I'm about to start keyboard mashing. I've just been letting Hot Pocket Remix call the shots with this item rando. I'm gonna just start button mashing. I'm gonna start generating my own random strings instead of letting the program do it. Nice combo there, Randomsome. Did you ever figure out move swap, by the way, Randomsome? Sorry I can't be of more help on that one in particular. Mind a bingo at all? Watched any of the matches? I can appreciate bingo. I don't typically watch it, though. Nice, QQ told you? Fuck yeah. Yeah, QQ would definitely be the expert. Okay, we're doing all caps, apparently. It's because this is the one, chat. This is the one. Interesting. Look at my dumbass fucking feet, though. I know I normally tell everyone not to look at the character's feet. You're gonna have to make this exception one time. I think Bandit... Was it Bandit? Bandit's not bad, actually. I think we go with Wanderer. We have the dumb DLC Golem feet, which will be pretty heavy. We also have the Golem helm. Fucking sucks. But yeah, I can appreciate bingo. I think I watched Blanks. My buddy Blanks at GDQ did one. I did watch that. That was really good. But I don't do it myself. I think it'd be fun, but there's a lot of setup involved in that. I can barely handle running 2 randomizers at the same time. So the bingo shit. Official matches are really fun to watch, hell yeah. I think Catalyst also does bingo every so often. I just never got super into it. Damn, it's the same weekend as the big lesbian music fest. Alright, Artorias here. Could be promising. I don't love having to fight Artorias with the Dark Hand, especially with Fat Roll. So it might be over before it starts, chat, but that's fine. Cat and Pup won last season together? Fuck yeah. That sounds about right. I think I did watch some of Cat and Pup. Can I get by, please? Today, please. Let's just do this. It was 2v2 bingo, so it was different. Back to 1v1 this time? Hell yeah. Yeah, Kata and Pup are great. But yeah, if anyone speedruns to any capacity, submissions for Souls Charity Marathon is going to be coming up. I got a couple things I'm thinking about submitting. Might get a little goofy with it this year. We'll see. But it's always a good time. That's going to be in September. You speedrun Metroid 2? You should check out Souls Charity Marathon. Go to Souls Speed, or if you just like message me or something, I can send you the information. I don't know if you're on like Twitter or Blue Sky or any of that stuff, but I know that at least on Blue Sky, Souls Speedruns posted the information about it. Speedrunning seems so hard. You have not yet to try any. Honestly, Plank, shit, I opened the fucking gate. I actually wanted to because I want to do this. The sanctity of the run means fucking nothing to me. I don't care. Tell me I cheated. Tell me I cheated. See if I fucking care. See if I fucking care. Carl Germ didn't actually do it. I think the door actually might close here. Nope. The sanctity of my run, dude. You didn't fight Artorias. You didn't fight him with honor. One. I can't even hit the fucking guy. This cheesing doesn't even work. He's still hitting me every time because I'm fucking fat rolling. Fuck you, Zio!
Stop dooring, you coward.
I will never stop dooring. Miyazaki wouldn't have programmed the game the way he did if he didn't want me dooring Artorias right here. Settle down, chat. Settle down. I may be gaming out of my mind. This may be the best fucking Dark Souls playing you've ever seen. Phase 2 of Ornstein and Smell Replacement was Calamite. Teleported out and tried again and got Sif. Fake run. Really? Is that... Oh, well... Wait, how did that work? Interesting. I haven't seen that before. I don't think that makes it less valid. You get a 50-50 shot. That's a totally valid... That's more valid than me fighting Artorias through a door, if I'm being honest. It can be one of two bosses. That's really good to know. Yeah, when it was Calamite, you said nope. That's absolutely understandable. I mean, you've seen me die to fucking Calamite in really shitty situations way earlier than that, so... You know, I fully agree with that. I don't think there's anything else I can really get here. Did we even go upstairs? I don't think we did. I do want to see what enemies are here. Chat, I would have fought Artorias straight up if I wasn't fucking fat rolling out the gate. Also, that is going to be worse because now this fucking dickhead who killed one of my other runs can just attack me. Look at this shit, dude. God, this game's fucking so bad, dude. It's gonna be like every single DLC enemy right here. No, it's just this fucker, though. I got poise at least, I guess. Fuck you, Baldur. It would be extremely funny if this thing killed me. Too bad he's not. Too bad he won't. Who's in here? I thought the fucking skeleton was gonna parry me. Alright, chat. We're gonna check the item on the way out. I have not completed this challenge before, Kafka. The best that I've done is I have killed 8 of the 26 bosses. And then that run died tragically. Yeah, plenty of folks have at this point. Bottomless box. Doesn't really help us in this run, but that's a fun glitch. If I beat it, I would have moved on. We have a big, I think, if you do exclamation point debt, I think that should be working. I think my bot should be working. I have a lot of shit that I need to get to. Let's just go vitality. Is my bot just not working? What's going on with this? Let me refresh my bot. Let's go ahead and just reopen this shit. Go to account tabs to fix errors. Alright, well, I don't think it's working. But I can just post it. It'd be really funny if there was an enemy coming for me right now. Yeah, I don't feel like fixing that right now, I guess. Where the fuck is... Commands list. Here we go. Slop, debt. Yeah, here we go. Here's what that would normally get you. It's quite a URL. I should probably fix that too, but yeah, we have a big list of shit that we got to get to. We have like new subs and everything can vote on it, but I've gotten just so obsessed with this run that we haven't done anything. We haven't done anything with that yet, unfortunately. But the good news is, we do get to suck Petrus here. We do get our sweet, sweet, sweet humanity for free. But yeah, anytime I get any kind of support on Twitch, it decreases this health bar, and when the health bar reaches 0, I have to do some real... How much humanity did you just give me? Did you give me 13 humanity? Where's that pickup? Yeah, this is what they meant by finding a priest to get humanity, exactly. To restore your humanity. That's awesome, Kefka's laugh. That's really cool. Guardian Soul early, really good. That's good. Zweihander, but it's super expensive. Actually, no, the Guardian Soul kind of sucks shit, actually. I don't think you can even turn it into a weapon, right? And it gives you, like, a really lame amount of souls. Fuck that soul. Oh, no, it gives a decent amount, actually. I retract my, my hatred of it. It's rare that I retract hatred for something, but... Yeah, Sour Newt, from everything I've heard from my artist friends, commission shit is, like, very difficult. Let's get to this, let's do some of this, and let's just take all of that. Let's just get it all. Yo, what's up, Blitz? How we feeling today? I'm feeling good today. The runs have been absolute dog shit. But aside from that, I'm feeling pretty good. Whew. This Phalanx guy might actually fuck me up here. He might actually kind of walk towards us. I think he walks a little bit, right? That's not looking too good, chat. That's not looking too good. Yeah, with my relationship with my art, that shit would be extremely rough. He's dancing! He's dancing! Come on, buddy. Come on. Come over here, buddy. There we go. That's my buddy. You know what, chat? We haven't gone... We haven't checked how cursed... Yeah, he's getting it, dude. He can cut a rug. His name may be Doug, for he can cut a rug. Yo, Eric, did you see the, Fuck! Did you see that Eric, did you see that skeleton fucking parry me, dude? Yeah, fuck you. Die. Die, you piece of shit. Eric, did you see the new trailer for Resident Evil? I should go to see that in the theaters with you, Eric. Alright, well, we got a whip now. Wow, dude. I think the catalyst might be... This might do more damage. No, it does not. I seriously can't even fucking hit it from in here? Holy shit, dude. I've never really tried to use whips. This is more consistent. Yeah. Have you seen other Zach Kreger movies, Sour Newt? Like, have you seen Barbarian or Weapons? Me and Eric are longtime fans of Zach Kreger. Yo, he's dropping chunks. He did do weapons, yes. Me and Eric got to see Zach Kreger live playing what's probably his most like iconic and like moving and inspirational roles, where he played Abraham Lincoln. How many people in chat know about Zach Kreger playing Abraham Lincoln? I think it might have actually been like the most moving performances of any actor ever playing Abraham Lincoln. Been taking a lot of random photos and mimic the realism. Is that with like painting Kefka's Life? I think I missed some of the conversation, so I apologize for that. But Phoenix knows what I'm talking about. How does one make Lincoln moving? I think you just need to see it. You wanted to see Barbarian, but the main stuff was spoiled, so you never did it. That's a shame. I went into Barbarian completely blind and really enjoyed it. Yeah, same, Phoenix. Really fucking tragic. There's pictures of me, Eric Germ, and Steph Germ, America's favorite couple, pinned in the Twitch chat. Vote for them. We all have pictures with all of the whitest kids you know. So it's like Sam, Timmy, Darren, Zach Kreger, and Trevor Moore. May he rest. Local sex pot, Trevor Moore. Do I work at the same desk? I do not. I have a desk downstairs. Downstairs where my cat is. Yeah, did we bring a gallon of PCP? No, but Eric went up to Trevor Moore after the show, or like before the show when they were hanging out. They were just doing like a Whitest Kids You Know live tour. And Eric went, hey, me and my wife here, we saw Miss March in theaters like 5 times. And Trevor Moore went, oh, so you were the guys who saw that movie. If you're not familiar, Trevor Moore and Zach Kreger way back in the day made a movie that was, I think, pretty much universally panned, called Miss March. And we were big Whitest Kids You Know fans, and Eric and Steph went multiple times in the theaters. I think I only saw it once in the theater. I'm not a true Miss March head. But yeah, Trevor's reaction to it was very funny. Because no one saw that movie. I think they also, at one point I think Zach was like on his phone or something, and Eric was like, oh man, old Hollywood Kreger over here. And Trevor's like, hey, how did you know we call him Hollywood Kreger? But yeah, it's been very cool to see him really killing it with all his movies and shit. He's a very cool guy, very funny man. New art in general, hell yeah. Learning watercolors. Watercolors always felt like magic to me. Like, I could never get a handle on that shit. I was pretty good with like chalk pastels and charcoal. I was pretty decent with that. But, and I'm okay with like pencil sketching and shit like that, but it was groundbreaking for its time. It was so fucking funny. I will say a lot of it doesn't age particularly well. Much, you know, that was the style of comedy at the time, but my god, it is so funny. You liked Weapons a lot? Weapons was so good. You don't know much about him otherwise. So, there's the scene in Weapons where, I forget the name of the character, but like his boyfriend is like making him lunch, and he brings it in the tray, and it has 7 hot dogs on it. And that is a very touching tribute to Trevor Moore, who died. I think Zach has said that he like made Weapons for Trevor, right? Like in memory of Trevor, just like in general. But there's a Whitest Kids You Know skit about hot dogs, about one of them goes to a doctor and he's out of shape, and the doctor's just like, how many... The doctor, played by Trevor Moore, It's just like, how many hot dogs would you say you have a day? And it's just like slowly dawning on the guy that he has way too many hot dogs. Very funny. Me explaining it is probably the ideal way for you to experience the bit. That's a fucked. Yeah, it's a ton of hot dogs, and like it's one of those things where like most people they'll see it and just be like, that seems pointless. And then like people who know like the history with like Trevor Moore and everything is just like fuck, man, that's really sad. I don't even remember what our ultimate goal is right now in this. I've kind of lost the plot here, chat. Firekeeper Soul. Can use that right away. I guess we're just looting. I don't think... Do we have any backup weapons anywhere? I don't even remember. I don't think we do. I think we have a shield. I think we have the Moonlight Butterfly shield. Battle Axe is okay. I don't think we have any Titanite, though. The whitest kids you know also have an audio CD that is extremely funny. The way it starts out is one of the funniest fucking things I've heard in a very long time. Yeah, what I was thinking of trying to get into eventually, I need to get like a different tablet situation, which like I don't feel like investing in. Is this the Berg one? I can't tell if this is the Berg. But I've kind of wanted to go around and just take like pictures of like locations that I like and stuff and make and convert it into pixel art. Yeah, the true story of Lincoln's death might be the best whitest kids. That's the one I was referencing earlier. That Algie was like, "What? How do you make Lincoln moving?" I was being facetious because it's a comedy bit. It's very funny. But we saw them perform that live. We did see Trevor Moore climb up into a balcony at a small venue in Philadelphia to pantomime beating Zach Kreger to death with a hammer by hammering him in his ass. Dude, it's fucking Whip Fest. Oh, you have a shitty cheap tablet? You want an iPad or something? Yo, hell yeah. I'll keep an eye out. I'm not really very active on Discord, especially my own. Surely the notched whip will be better than the fucking shit that I had earlier, right? Not a bad combo. Hit him with a left, hit him with a right. So we have a bunch of, I mean, this at least does bleed, but Jesus, that sucks. We're getting a bunch of chunks. I feel like now is probably not the best time to be trying to get into, like, tablet art as well, because the price on all that shit's going up. Hell yeah, dude. I love that I know the Chrono Trigger soundtrack well enough to know what song's coming up next. You guys might be interested to know that one of the cards that I drew for my stream is I need to beat Grand Poo World 3 on stream. I do have a little bit of a background in Kaizo. I did stream a good bit of Grand Poo World 3 back in a couple years ago. Very fun. I think there's probably quite a few clips of me playing it. Famously, something very funny happened where I play on an EverDrive. And I didn't realize that I did not beat it. I've done like 7 exits of it. So I would have to beat all of it on stream. Which is a lot harder than the 7 exits that I've beaten. But we'll be getting to that eventually. Just who has the time? Why play Grand Poo World 3 when I can simply play Dark Souls 1? I watched the animation. It's like there's like a closing part of the animation. I'm really bad at the queue either way, even though I just got it there. Endurance, we'll do a little bit more of that. I like to have more vitality for sure. So we're doing pretty good on... Please be an enemy that I can kill easily. Please don't be a fucking clam. Okay. Ostensibly, this should be pretty easy. Yes. Notched whip, not bad. We also have a fuck ton of humanity, right? So if we get a chaos weapon, we're in like pretty good shape. Yeah, I think I recognize I recognize your username from Barb chat. Either from seeing it in chat or Barb mentioning you. It still is pretty surreal that Barb raided me. Oh, that's a shitty helmet to pick up. Yeah, Barb's great. Absolute treasure. 5 years of subs, one of them probably stuck. That was a couple weeks ago, maybe like a couple months ago. I was doing this challenge, and what I was like, Barb, people may ask you to do this challenge. Do not do this challenge, Barb. I would love to watch Barb do this challenge. I think it might kill him. He honestly might be better at it than me. I'm too speedrun brain for this shit. Alright, we're gonna come back and kill that guy later. We don't really have a weapon that we're trying to get upgrade material for anyway. Raids V-Sweat all the time? Yeah, for sure. I think it was V-Sweat. I don't get to watch V-Sweat stream all that much, but I think... Is V-Sweat a big Protest the Hero fan? Or am I thinking of someone else? Now, it's a strange detail. Yeah. The reason I know that was because I was visiting some friends a couple of weeks ago for birthday. And I came home, and I guess it was probably like I had probably been watching Barb, so it ended up on V-Sweat's channel. And right as I got home, it was just V-Swed talking about a cameo of Rhodey Walker and playing it. And I was just like, what the fuck? I also really love Protest the Hero. I went to see them a couple years ago at like a Halloween party. It was like a Halloween costume party. Because they were touring around Halloween time. It was November, which is funny because, you know, wearing a Halloween costume in November. And I cosplayed. I wore my cosplay. My costume was I shaved my facial hair. And I had really long hair at the time, so I just tied it all up. And put on a Phillies hat backwards. Wore a giant-ass white shirt. And some, like, Dickies, like, work pants. And I went as Fred Durst. And Rhodey called me out on stream. I should show the video at some point on stream. But Rhodey like brings up the house lights to do the costume contest. And he's just laughing and stuff, and he just goes, Fred Durst? He goes, that's an easy costume though, because you can just like walk out of here and just be like, yo, what's up, man? I'm just some fucking douchebag. He was like, yeah, but Fred Durst seems like a pretty cool guy. He kind of did a 180. He seems like a pretty cool guy now. I was like, holy shit, that's so funny. I did not win the costume contest. But Rhodey Walker did say I looked like a douchebag, which, in a lot of ways, I think, is winning the contest in a lot of ways. Titanite catch pole, dude. This weapon's fucking sick. I think it's a twinkling weapon as well. Andre, a little stacked with it, chat. Chat, you know what I also just realized? Yeah, I love the Gold Tracer. It's just going to take me a while to have the stats for that. Gold Tracer is so fucking good. Gold Tracer, my beloved. In this run, did we have someone selling the Crystal Halberd, or am I confusing it with an earlier run? Because if we can get the Crystal Halberd, I just realized we have infinite access to, Stability 55 is kind of shitty. Earlier run, you think, fuck. I thought Petrus had it. If we can get that, though. You're probably right. I'm feeling hopeful in this challenge, which means there's no fucking way. But if Petrus is selling it, I remember it was 10 souls. So we can finish looting here. We can check Petrus, and if we have that, then we can just get that, and we can level it up. We don't want to fully level it up, because we want to be able to use it for durability's sake, but... Have I played Lords of the Fallen? I have not. I think I saw Barb playing some of the second one. I can't remember. Is that the game that people don't like the first one, but they really like the second one? I might be misremembering. They do certainly all blur together, and I never take notes. You have had long hair for a while. Want a Halloween costume? Just a pair of round sunglasses and normal hippie wear? Nice. Perfect Lennon. That's really funny. I found a picture on my Facebook recently of me when I was younger, and like the only facial hair that I could grow was like a really shitty mustache. And it's like me like going like this, like with my brothers and stuff. And there was a Facebook ad next to that picture of it, of a young George Harrison right next to him, of him going, and we look pretty identical. I look a lot like my dad, and when my dad was younger, he looked a lot like Harrison. It was kind of a whole thing in my early 20s. Oh, Lords of the Fallen 2 isn't out quite yet. They made a new game and called it the same thing. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of for sure. No, this is the one with the Zweihander, damn it. Wait. Yeah, I don't think we have anything, chat. I don't think we have any weapons available to us. I mean, we can level up the Notched Whip and see what we can do, but we also know we can't really get... we can maybe try and loot the graveyard. You would recommend it, though? Hell yeah. Yeah, I think the new one that came out was pretty highly regarded from people whose opinions I trust. Loot! Yeah. Ugh, I don't like the crystal guy because we can't bleed him. We can't bleed like any of these guys. Ugh. Oh, boy. Is there a goddamn rockworm? Bro. Fuck this shit, dude. It feels safer in the fucking catacombs. Reminds you of the first time you played Dark Souls 1 and 2 at the same time. Take that as you will. Did you... Wait, you played Dark Souls 1 and 2 simultaneously, you mean? Or you mean it reminds you of both of them? Dude, rockworms are fast becoming my least favorite. Come here, you little fucker. I think we might have to level up this whip, dude. Poor grammar. Okay. I was like, that's an interesting way to play the games that I don't think I've ever heard anyone else doing. That's pretty cool. Can I, like, get up here? I would really like to not lose this humanity. I guess it doesn't super matter. The rockworm better not fucking eat me, dude. I will fucking... This better be worth it. Not entirely worth it, but not worth it, I guess. Yeah, Keystral, I had another moment like that earlier. Also, Dark Souls 2 is not bad. It's just that area made me rage pretty hard. Dude, this, like, run is, like, begging me to pivot to magic. Which is literally impossible. Fuck you! Fuck you! Man, dude, this fucking challenge is just like the gift of the Magi. It's like, man, I got all of these stats and nothing to fucking use it with. I can't go that way because there's a giant fucking butterfly blocking my way. Worst part of DS2 is how forgettable all the bosses were. I could agree. There's a lot of fucking bosses in that game. Really different world design. I really loved my time with Dark Souls 2. Don't let the emote of me raging out convince you otherwise. I guess let's just level up as much as we can. Yeah, wait, is Iron Keep DLC? I thought that was just base game. Yeah, it was an area and not... So the area in the emote is I don't know if that is DLC or not. It might be. But the area that I did get madder than I've ever been at any game is the worst area in Dark Souls 2 that everyone agrees on, and might just be the worst area in any game ever. Which is Ilium Lois, the fucking reindeer. Reindeer Snowfield. I think I want to get back to Andre. I can't remember if he has anything. He had a bunch of souls, but... I mean, we got to go to Darkroot anyway. We also want to level up our Estus. Oh, the first time you saw the emote was during that section? Yeah, there's a clip of me raging that I used for that emote. I don't think we have... Yeah, dude, a 30 faith requirement? Who the fuck do you think I am? Yeah, memory, are you right? I hear you. Yeah, that clip is probably one of my most viewed clips. I imagine it's probably at the top of the list. It was just... I get so mad at the targeting in these games. It's like particularly bad in Dark Souls 2. And Dark Souls, or Night Rain, I should say. Alright, that was a really good pickup. Alright, so we have one item, I guess. I don't love the DLC enemies that are here. Can I bleed these fuckers? I'm really afraid of the sorceress, actually. See, like, imagine if this, like, DLC enemy was, like, dropping, like, a club or something. Dude, there was one run that I had where right outside of Andre, someone was dropping a large club, and I didn't have the stats to use it when I picked it up. But man, I'm going to be chasing that forever, because it's, like, just not having to worry about having a weapon to use. Ugh. When I won at Super Mario Bros. 2, that clip was your most... It was pretty funny. I did win. We watched the end credits. I feel like enough time has passed now from that I wouldn't mind going back and running it back. Andre, do you have any weapons, my guy? Will you give me a weapon? I mean, we could also level this up if we have to. Titanite Catchpole. Yo, what's up, iFlames? How's it going? Occult Club, also pretty interesting. I think the Occult Club downgrades to a Divine Club plus 10. I think we go Occult Club, chat. I don't know if we can level it up at all. We need white chunks. Dude, I feel like I get white chunks all the time. This is a pretty good weapon, though. We have enough stats right now that it's not like the end of the world. How you doing, iFlames? GG on Night Rain the other night. That was very fun to watch. Watching iFlames play Night Rain, I was like, fuck, man. This game looks like it kicks so much ass when you play with people. When you're not playing solo like a fucking maniac. Chad, I think my like restream information, I think it's like bugged. Because it is saying I have 79 viewers on YouTube right now, and I feel like there is no universe where that is true. If only someone could confirm or deny. You do not like solos and duos? I like duos quite a bit. Obviously, 3 players is the way the game is designed, and it's the most fun with that. We have 80? I don't believe it. Batsley, holy shit.
Let's go, Carl.
Batsley, holy shit. Thank you so much for the 500 bits. Thank you for the, what's that dude's name in Wayne's World? Mr. Scream? Hi, Handsome Dan. No, it's him over there. Hi, I'm Handsome Dan. Love 3's in depth 3. I just started doing Deep of Night when I have like some time before bed. Solo, of course, because again, I'm not very smart. You went to YouTube and it went up to 82. I don't know. I feel like because the Restream bot is like posting chats in there, I feel like that's why. So we have... We only need 5 more levels to get to being able to use the gold tracer. I do kind of want to save it. Yeah, not to call anyone out a lurk on YouTube, but... if you're on YouTube, put a 1 in chat. Say hello, put a 1 in chat. My main reason for thinking it's something weird is because... it's only posting as a single chatter on YouTube. Yeah, I think that's what's actually happening. So wait, does Occult Club doesn't kill skeletons and keep them dead, right? I think it has to be divine, I should say. Yo, Batsley, thank you for the, let me see what the, we got a Zeo cheer. We got 2 Zeo cheers. And the Batsley cheer. So let me update the health bar real quick. Health bar. Now, from today's stream stuff, at 270, I think. I might be draining more HP than I need to, but that's fine by me. One kind of nice thing about not like necessarily PB chasing is just like having an okay run and just kind of continuing it. Like just like not being focused on yeah, the gift sub, yes. That was already in there. I think it's spot on. It's definitely not less. It's definitely not, I'm not like shorting anyone. I always err on the side of caution. I can't tell if that's like a glow. If it's like Gwyn. Well, fighting Gwyn right now. What was this enemy? Tempted to loot, but we have a weapon that we can use. It's technically upgraded. Did we go to Havel's Tower yet? I don't even think we tried finding out what Taurus Demon is, because I think we were just had dog shit weapons the whole time. How you doing, Batsley? Oh, nice. We can kill this guy now, too. Maybe he'll drop white chunks. I feel like this fucking thing always drops white chunks, and I never want them. And now it would actually help. Nope. Did not mean to pick that up. Do those guys always drop moss? I feel like anytime I've accidentally picked something up from them, it's been moss. Oh, let me snooze the ads, chat. Just in time. I hate that you keep saying drop white chunks. Listen, sometimes you're so lost in the sauce, you don't realize that dropping white chunks has a certain connotation to it. That reminds me, when I was a teenager, I worked in a music store for like 7 years of my life. And we had, you know, we would sell like practice amps, and the company for like the cheap practice amps was Johnson, and they were small amps. And a customer came in and wanted to take a look at the amp, and he's like, "Hey, can I test out one of these amps?" And I was like, "Yeah, which one did you want? Did you want to try out the small, which one, the small Johnson?" And he was like giggling a little bit, and I kept saying it, like not even thinking about it. He's like, "I'm sorry, you just keep saying small Johnson, and it's really hard to not laugh at that." And I was like, I am surprised that me of all people didn't realize that and find it very funny. Another time, a buddy of mine was buying a guitar string, and he was on the phone with his dad. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm just at the music store. I'm visiting Carl." Yeah. No, Carl's at work. Ooh, dude, I think that's Asylum Demon. We could have killed him with the whip. I guess let's see what's up here. He's like, I'm just at the music store. Yeah, I'm buying a G-string. And his dad just hung up on him. Bird actually might have sort of saved me there. Gonna go ahead and pop this. We're gonna pretend like that didn't happen. This is very scary. We have lost a run to a Vagrant in this exact spot. I don't think he can hit me from across. Famous last words. I don't think it can reach from there. Okay, I think the Vagrant fell to his death somehow. I hit dodge. I hit jump. Oh my god, look at that fucking bridge. We might be able to kill that dragon from underneath. Hey chat, we hit our second boss. I push jump. Barb fans. Were you watching the Zelda randomizer with the custom noises? Who's Barb? Some like indie streamer, like small streamer. Chat. Chat, I was never worried. Sounds like a real loser. Barb raided me once, so I should just be really parasocial about it and be like, hey, iFlames. Barb's a close personal friend of mine. Like you're not a mod in his chat. Skeleton! Anyway, the reason I bring up Barb and the Ocarina of Time randomizer, the game over sound when it's just him flipping out and saying, "Ah, I push jump!" I laughed so fucking hard. Yeah, I need to get Ship of Harkinian on this computer. I have it on my I had it on my old computer, and I've done quite a few Ocarina of Time randomizers with it on this channel. I'm thinking I might want to kind of start learning the speedrun of it. I got 2 weeks to maybe get a submission in for Souls Charity Marathon for it. The Shenmue sounds for pushing were great too. We need to show Barb the new Forest Temple music. Have you guys heard that? Alright, there's a fucking Vagrant in there. We want nothing to do with that. Vagrants aren't that scary because we do have a shield. But yeah, does anyone know what clip it's from of Barb dying and saying I push jump? I would imagine it was like Dram 3 or something. Like some really fucked up ROM hack. Ads. Let's hang out real quick. Ads. Sorry about that. We're just gonna kick it till the ads end. But yeah, I really want to see the clip of him reacting that way. Because it was very funny. Oh man, this run is interesting. We have decent stats right now. We have some interesting stats right now. And some very interesting options for what we can get. So we can also get the Black Knight Halberd. But I don't love... Or, not the Black Knight Halberd. I would love the Black Knight Halberd. Black Knight Great Axe. The only problem with that is... Yeah, we're not doing, like, any damage to that guy. Oh, we want to go and check the merchant. So we can actually at least see what's down here. You're worried to start Ship of Harkinian until you finish the third, yeah, it's a snake. Third and hopefully final 6-person collab stream for a rando? Hell yeah. Ship of Harkinian is really, really good. Really fun. Dude, are you fucking kidding me? Well, doesn't look like we're getting to that merchant chat, but you know what? Not that big of a deal. You'd have to reload the seed when you stream it. What are you using now? Just like the regular randomizer? Because I think Ship of Harkinian operates separately. So unless you're using Ship of Harkinian, like if you're using Archipelago, I don't think that would matter. Need to figure out Ship of Harkinian so your kids can watch it. Loved watching Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, so I was like, you have no idea. Hell yeah. Do your kids like retro games, Sour Newt? My nephews fucking love retro games. My nephews are like really big into Mario Odyssey. But their favorite part of Mario Odyssey was the Mario 64 part, because they love Mario 64. Anytime I go to visit them, they're like, Uncle Carl, can you help us get some stars in Mario 64? And I'm just like, hell fucking yeah, I can. I don't say that. I don't say those exact words. Although my nephew did one time ask my older brother if I was going to a family party, because he said he wanted to, quote-unquote, kick the shit out of me in Mario Kart. And my brother was like, where did you hear that word? He, like, tried not laughing, because it's very funny. I think he was, like, 6 years old at the time. He's just like, where did you hear that word? And he said, Uncle Carl said it on his stream when he was playing Mario. My brother just texted me, he's like, Uncle Carl, you're in trouble. I was like, the fuck I am. My stream says that it's not appropriate for people under the age of 18. If I had known that my nephew was watching, I would not have uttered a fuck word. Dude, it's always a goddamn fucking rockworm. We might be able to make this work, though. Oh! Pass me the controller, boy. It is funny, though, because they have been playing it on Nintendo Switch Online, and there is some very noticeable input lag if you're used to playing it on an N64. And my god, did I feel like I fucking suck at Mario. Oh, this rockworm, dude. I think it's the one that can grab you, too. Chat, I would be remiss to not lose another fucking run to one of these assholes. Okay. I'm afraid of this head. I need white chunks. I don't need head. Alright, there's a Dark Wraith, but I think I can kick him off. Lock behind Shenanigans and Skulltula at Gerudo Valley Riverside Bean Spot. It had Zelda's Lullaby. Now, when you say the bean spot, do you mean giving that bugs? Do you mean one of the fairies? Dude, I hate this fucking geometry so much. There we go. Get him out of here. Bugs, that's not the worst, but yes, that is a pain in the ass. I've been doing a extremely cursed seed. I've been thinking about it, chat. I might pump the brakes on this kind of rando slop and go to a different type of rando slop where I watched ZFG do a no logic, just like all settings rando, and I was like, the all settings, I was like, the no logic, I'm not good enough at the game to do that, but the no logic's like the like all items and shit. That sounds really fun to a sicko like me. So I just turned on a bunch of... Oh, this just gets me back to the same fucking spot. I still would have to fight the Titanite, dude. Maybe we might be able to make him jump off, actually. We're actually doing a decent amount of damage. This might... Come on, jump, you fucking idiot. I think he will just, like, respawn. No logic OOT sounds like Zelda Lotto tickets. So the thing about it is, if you're ZFG, I feel like, even if it's an impossible seed, I feel like you could make it work. Can I, like, hit him from here? He jumps backwards. I want to try and just get him to, like... I would really like to make him jump. You can make King Zora move. Took like 5 minutes. Is there like a weird like bug? Oh, there's a rando setting. Oh, like so you can make him move faster or slower. I did know that. I think we just got to do this. Come on, dude. I don't know if that kills him, or he's just in lower berg now. Come on! Come on! Fuck! The reach on that weapon... Dude, I can't even complain about the reach on that weapon. Oh my god, that sucks. I can't even complain about the reach on that weapon, honestly. Because I've used that weapon so many times. Okay, chat, do we want to see... Oh god, that was so not worth it. Fuck. Adam heard that, Uncle Carl? Listen! Tommy told me I'm in trouble. You're telling me I'm in trouble. It's not my fault. I don't know that my nephews are watching, okay? It's not my fault. It's true. It is funny. Did Adam read You Died when it came up? Well, those were a lot of very interesting runs today. I think we could have probably... We could have done something with that seed for sure. Yes, says Adam. Heck yeah. Anyway, chat. That's gonna do it for me, I think. As much fun as it is to die to some extreme circumstances like that, I think we'll just call it there. And thanks for watching. Thanks for keeping me company while this challenge drives me insane. I'm gonna go ahead and update the attempt counter, so that I'll probably update it again when we start the next one. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. It might be a little bit before I get to stream again, just because I think I have like a band practice thing tomorrow. There's a friend's band that might need me to fill in on bass every now and then, so we might be practicing. That's the plan, at least. But yeah, I like the, even though it makes YouTube look a lot more exciting than it actually is, I do like the cross chats. I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, let's find someone to rate. Who's streaming? I'm not usually streaming this late, so I don't even know who would be on. But yeah, I hope everyone has a good rest of your week if I don't see you. But yeah, we're getting pretty close to that 300. We're getting pretty close to that 300. I think I said I would do a Soul Level 1 no upgrade run. Oh, hell yeah. I know who we're going to throw it over to. I never get to raid Llama. I'm going to throw it over to my buddy Metal Llama. They are wonderful. You may remember Metal Llama from one of the best recent GDQ runs, which was the Crazy Taxi live band performance. Llama was the singer, the front person. They also did a GDQ run way back in the day, before I did mine at AGDQ 2021, I'm pretty sure. I forget, I always forget the game that they ran, but Llama's great. Also did commentary for QQ, when QQ did his Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition run a couple years ago. Just all around great person. Go say what's up to my pal, Metalama. Playing some Deltarune. Alright, I'll catch you guys next time.